What's good, y'all? It's your boy J.Brock. It's Clapitup LA. I'm right here with the homegirl Gina Views, 111 Networks Rap Influencer of the Year, the rap commentator, culture curator. She's asking you niggas to rap. Guess what? She works public relations with No Jumper. So every day you wake up in the morning and see a new post from No Jumper, she has something to do with that. You can also catch her on G Expo, her channel where she has interviews and ciphers with rappers such as AD, Reason of TDE, Draco, Bino Ritto, and more. And oh yeah, y'all, she is the HOEFESSOR. Make sure y'all tap into West Coast Confidential, where they do their top 10 live video countdown every week. Shout out to the big homie Sally, shout out to the big homie DJ Head, because they doing something real special. How you doing today, Gina?
I'm good, how are you?
I'm blessed and so thankful to be sitting here with you. Many of y'all probably have seen her on YouTube. I correlated to TV because she's been a TV star since I've been paying attention to everything.
Thank you.
So it truly is a blessing to be sitting here with you. And y'all know we about to get into this good game, y'all. So y'all make sure y'all watch this whole video. Now, Gina Views, as a child, you were a cheerleader in the SYFL.
Mm-hmm.
Many of y'all know, shout out to DJ, Jeezy, Neezy. I played for the demos, you know what I'm saying? So we know all about that. And some of the influences you have growing up, did you ever imagine that you would be doing what you do? Because you listened to Shirley Strawberry, you know, the Strawberry Letter. You would run home to make sure that you can catch the BET Top 10 live. Mm-hmm. You know, did you ever think that you would ever be in a position to do something that relates to that?
I've known since I was a little girl what I wanted to do.
Mm-hmm.
However, I didn't know how to get there.
Okay.
So everybody in my family is in the medical department.
Right.
It's nurses, doctors, it's even lawyers. And that's the people that got the good jobs. There's some crackheads in the family too. No. But so everyone's idea of success was to go to school, be a CNA, be an RN, you know, keep escalating up from that point. Mm-hmm. And nobody is like in entertainment.
Right.
So like people are in entertainment now, but as me, you know, being a little girl, it was kind of like like you gotta.
You ain't
what you mean you want to be a host?
Right.
What you mean you want to do radio?
Right.
Like that ain't real.
Right.
Like
yeah.
that wasn't realistic in my family. It's like, no, you're not doing that. You're gonna go to school. You're gonna go to college. You're gonna be a nurse. So even when I got out of high school, I didn't do anything in entertainment.
Right.
I went to school to be a dentist. And I took an anatomy class, and I couldn't remember none because you have to know all the bones to do dental. I didn't know none of them fucking bones, even though they was teaching it, but it wasn't regular elbow, knee. You know, it was long. I can't even. It was so damn confusing that I can't even tell you what the hell the bones are. But that was like one of the requirements. You have to know anatomy, and I also have like a big fear of like a lot of blood.
Okay.
To where like if I see a bunch of blood, I'm a fucking panic. That's another thing. I couldn't be do dental or do nursing.
Where do you think that fear of blood came from? Was it a movie that you saw? What was it?
Well, my favorite movie is Scream.
Okay, and you got a fear of blood.
I'm absolutely like Scream fan. Like when I was just waiting, I was listening to some other niggas talk about Scream.
Okay.
Like, that's how deep in it I am. I'm on YouTube watching them niggas watch the trailer and it already was seen.
Oh, because there's a new Scream coming out, right?
January 14th.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
So I don't know if that might be it or what it is, but I don't fuck with blood, like whatsoever. I don't want to see a bunch of blood. I would panic. It give me chill bumps. So like that was the thing. Like everybody did something like within the medical, the medical field, and I'm like, nah. Like I want to be a TV host. Yeah. And I had went back to, I was still going to school to take, I changed my major twice though. First it was dental, then I changed it to nursing. Still had to take the same classes though. It was pretty much the GE
were you
was
trying
the
to,
same.
Were you trying to look for a way out of it though?
Yes.
Oh, okay, you still had to do the same thing anyway.
Yeah, and then another thing, like in the hood, like nurses is like one of the top careers.
Yeah, facts.
Because you make a lot of fucking money.
Facts.
You know, it's a quick way to make a bunch of money or whatever.
Facts.
But it's a lot of motherfucking risk. I'm not wiping no ass.
Oh
like,
yeah,
I don't see that for myself.
See, that right there is very difficult because man, they be stanky.
Yeah.
Stanky, dirty, and they can't move. Woo, that's difficult.
And I went up to my high school. I went back up to my high school like a year after I graduated, and I was just talking to the his name is Mr. I want to say his name is Mr. Copeland. I can't remember, but anybody who went to Washington knows it's the bald dude that ran the music department. Right. I don't know if it's still a thing though, but he was like, "So what you doing now? You know what's going on? What you doing?" So I told him. He was like, "Nurse, you know,
you need to be on the radio."
He said, "You need to be on the radio."
Yeah.
And then he was like, "You don't know you have a radio voice?" And I'm 18, 19 years old, and you telling me I got a radio voice? No, I don't know that. I know that I want to be like Free. Yeah. And AJ, you know, like I know I listen to Shaw Strawberry every morning, but I'm not thinking that I want to fucking, you know,
like I can really
that
do
I can
it.
Actually do it.
Right, yeah.
And when he told me that, I'm like, he said, "Somebody I want you to meet." Yeah. So he's like, "You know Carlton Epic?" Yeah. And Carlton went to school with us or whatever. Okay. So he's like, "You don't know Carlton? You don't know Carlton?" Yeah. And I'm like, "No, I don't know Carlton," but Carlton was the year over me. So he had called Carlton, he came up there, we met, and after that, like Carlton kind of like just took me under his wing. So he just asked me like, "Well, you know, what is it that you want to do?" And I lagged a lot. Like I lagged on a bunch of shit, you know, because I didn't know what I wanted to do.
Okay, so what were you saying at that point in time exactly?
I want to host.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, they like, "Host what?" Yeah. Like I didn't have no plan, you know. It's like I just knew I wanted to host. I didn't even realize that. And this is 2014, so I don't think none of us at that time realized how, I mean, not 2014, like 2012. None of us realized how accessible shit is and that we can create stuff on our own. I don't think none of us in the hood knew that.
Yeah, it hadn't hit yet.
Yeah, I don't think at that time nobody knew. Now we know you can build a studio in your closet and you know stuff like that. But I don't think that we were aware that we could do this shit ourselves.
Yeah, facts.
And I would watch the Hip Hop Awards every fucking year. I would watch the BET Awards every year. 106 & Park was still coming on at that time, so I'd be watching 106 & Park, and like I would find myself like feeling like I'm supposed to be there, but I still don't know what the fuck it is that I want to do. Like I had no clue. I knew what I wanted to do, but I didn't know how to do it. And my boyfriend at the time, well, that's a little forward. So 106 & Park had auditions.
Okay.
So this is before Pajian, Miss Mikey, Bow Wow, and Shorty came. When they had 4 hosts at a time. This is right after Terrence and Roxy left. So it was like a large gap where it was just Jaleesa and Tigga. Bow Wow was coming in hosting and stuff. Like it was like a large gap. Then they started doing auditions. And I actually went to a taping in LA too when Roxy and Terrence was hosting, and I knew I was supposed to be up there.
Oh, really? So how was that? Where was that at actually? What was that
it was at some theater, but it was the BET Awards. It was BET weekend. It was not at because after they started doing it in downtown LA. Okay. But it was at some theater. I don't know. I couldn't even tell you if I drove past it that I know because it was outside.
Right. And that whole time you like, man, I know I should be up there.
I should be on that stage. Yeah. But Wale performed, Rick Ross. It was the whole Maybach music group. They all performed. I remember they was picking people out the audience. I'm like, dang, I'm supposed to be there. Like they should be picking me out the audience. Like, of course, so it was like.
So would you say that you had like a sense of entitlement?
I felt entitled. Okay. Like that's my shit. Yeah. Like that. I'm getting chill bumps right now. Like I knew that I was supposed to fucking be on that show. Like I felt it like within every fucking bone in my body. And so boom, so they did that show, and then I ended up getting in contact with the person who, like the booking person who actually booked the audience. So when they came the next year, he told me again, like, "Oh, we doing it again." And this time it was at the it's called the Lava Room or the something room, but it's right next to the Noble. Okay. At the Congo Room. LA Live. The Congo Room. Yeah. Yes, that's where it is. Yeah. They did it there, and by this time now, Pajian, Miss Mikey, and all of them, I'm sorry, I skipped the whole part. So they did the auditions. So boom, I go to the taping. Terrence and Roxy announced that this day last year. They do the auditions. So they doing auditions, and I'm watching it like, well, the audition was in fucking New York. I had never been on an airplane before. And all of the girls, like, they looked like movie stars. Like, at this time, I'm not wearing makeup. Like, their hair look good, the weaves look like everything just looked fucking good. They got fat asses, like everybody.
But they had big booties back then.
Yeah, I think they was real though.
Oh, okay.
They was thick, you know, or they look thick on TV. But like they looked like fucking TV stars, and I didn't feel like I looked like that. I didn't feel like I looked like a fucking superstar. So I would watch like every single audition and just seeing like what are they doing? And these people, like, they had college experience, because at this point I'm still in college. They was already like out of college. They had experience being on radio. Like they probably were doing everything that I do now. They probably was doing it then. So I just felt like I didn't qualify. Like it's just, so I didn't audition or anything. So now fast forward, of course, all four of them, they end up getting on or whatever. And they do the taping downtown LA at the, what you said the name of it? The Congo room?
The Congo room, yeah, the Congo, yeah.
One thing I'm gonna do is forget. But at the room in LA Live, they was at the room. Yeah. So the same guy that I had talked to a year before, well, not even a year, because it had to been that summer. Now that I'm thinking about it, if it was BET Awards is in June and this was top of the year. So I ended up talking to him again, like I said. So he got me on to where I would be on the camera.
Okay.
So he put me right there where I'd be on the camera. And then he ended up inviting me back for the second taping, which was the next day. So he put me back, on camera. They freaking Paige Young grabbed me and asked me a question on one taping. Bow Wow grabbed me and asked me a question on one taping.
What?
And yeah, like my arms, like I got fucking chills. Like
the whole time, huh?
Yes.
Yeah.
I waited till the camera went off and I started boo-hoo crying.
Really? Like
I was in fucking tears, but like excited tears. I'm supposed to fucking be here. This is it. Like,
they just randomly grabbed you. Like, wow.
They just randomly grabbed me. They asked me a question. I want to say Kim Kardashian was pregnant at the time, and they was asking the audience, "What would you name your baby?" Yeah. So I said something with a K. Yeah. And then the next question, at the next taping, Bow Wow asked. He said, "You from LA, so what's actually considered LA to you?" And now I use this question when, when I talk to niggas out the West Coast, like, what you consider LA? So then when he asked me that, I said, shit, you seen Baby Boy, Innocent Society, Poetic Justice? So I started naming all the movies. So he gonna say, oh, so anywhere where one of the hood movies was shot. So I'm like, yeah. So then he started naming all the movies. It was a cool little moment. I don't know where the fuck the clip at. Can't find it.
Was it aired though? Was it on TV?
Yeah, it was on TV. People was taking pictures and sending them to me and everything. It was on TV. Yeah.
You had a moment.
I had a fucking moment. And then fast forward, they announced that the show's ended.
Yeah, and see, you had dropped your first rap cipher 11 days after. So your first rap cipher was dropped December 30th, and they had just stopped the show December 19th. How was that moment for you, knowing that you was getting ready to do that, and it just I didn't
even believe that it was ending, because they kept saying, like, so remember when Free and AJ, like when Free left, they said, oh, Free, I forget if they said she got, whatever they said, they didn't tell the truth.
Okay.
Whatever it was, whatever they said for her leaving, they didn't tell the truth, and they didn't give too much information. Okay. Then AJ ended up leaving, and then boom, Jaleesa and Tigger came, and then here comes Terrence and Roxy. Yeah. Then it was a time when they said Roxy quit the show. Oh, okay. And then because her and Terrence got into it on air, come to find out that was fake.
Oh wow, that's crazy. The media, bro. The media is ridiculous for that. Wow.
So when they said the show's ending, I didn't believe it at all. I'm like, that show not fucking ended. It's 106 in Park. It's the livest show on television. Right. This is a part of everybody's childhood. Right. And I have a hard time letting shit go. Yeah. So I did not think that it was ending whatsoever. Yeah. Like for me, it was like, man, that shit not ending. It's probably because they did make a lot of changes. It was like a new set. Yeah. They had all the fucking faux hosts and all of that going on.
Yeah, it did definitely change, and it became less appealing to me.
Yeah, it did.
I stopped.
I loved it so much that I didn't give a fuck. And then it got to the point, because remember it was the 4 hosts, and then they fired 3 of them, and then it was just Bow Wow and I think her name was Keisha Shantae.
Yeah, I remember Bow Wow being on there for a hot minute.
Yeah, and then she left, and then they brought all his exes on. Yeah, it was Angela Simmons was on there.
Hey, that's so messy.
And then what's her name? Erica Mena was one of the co-hosts before. Yeah. So when they announced it, you can kind of tell, like you said, it became unappealing. You can kind of tell it's like they were just doing
Yeah, that became
Karuchi
messy.
was the host. Like it was like
messy. That was messy. Have you ever like looked at somebody and was like, man, I know that I'm better than you at this?
No, because when I'm around people, if they're doing something that I'm doing, I try to like learn from them. I accept everything as like a learning experience.
That's right.
So like if it is somebody doing something, and like I admire every fucking body. I admire everything about everybody, even a fucking bum on the street. Like I admire that you have the strength to be on the street.
That's right.
Because I would fucking break. I would probably commit suicide. I couldn't if I'm down that low. Like so I admire like anything about anybody. And like I'll even look like I was watching freaking Van Lathan on when I went to the Revolt show. And the way he came out on stage, I was taking notes. Like the way he was talking and stuff or whatever, like I was just taking notes. No matter how high up a person is or how low they are, I use everything as a learning experience. Like I'm even feeling the way my makeup artist is doing my makeup. The way, you know, what she put in where, like I'm just taking it in and learning like a little kid. Like I'm just learning. But
I understand that. I understand that because, you know, one thing about interviews is that you gonna go on to somebody else's show next week and get interviewed. You know what I'm saying? Hypothetically speaking. One thing I learned was that we're a community. You know, it don't have to be a competition because we all in this together. I can learn something from that interview. They can learn something from this interview. And another thing is we all bring something unique to the table. You know, so I kind of picked that up when I started really stepping out. Shout out to Cypress Marino, Catch 22, Chris Muniz. When they started bringing me around, I started to pick that up. Like, okay, I just interviewed that person. Now they interviewing them. Like instead of me feeling some type of way, it's more so congratulations. I picked up this from that because honestly, I gotta watch interviews. Shout out to Chef Junie. I had to watch a Chef Junie interview, and I have to get my notes from them. Because that's where your story is, you know what I'm saying, and however else I do it. So I have much respect for the fact that you said that you look at things and you admire things like that. That's good.
Why, like even like talking about 106 in Park, the whole point of me even doing my show was that I wanted to create those moments. Right. Like we was talking about, did I believe? You know, how did I feel in the last episode? The last episode they had all of the hosts come back. And talk about different moments and stuff like that.
Oh, that was deep. That was deep for sure.
Yeah. And freaking Wale, he talked and then he was like, y'all can't act like you didn't get your style from 106 in Park. You can't act like y'all didn't love when Fab came on with the jerseys. Jagged Edge had the jerseys and you know, and I was like, damn, that's a legacy. That was a whole Stephen Hill is the fucking GOAT. Like that's a legacy. And I wanted to create that for us. Like I wanted that, you know, for my community. And on top of that, of course, the show was ending, so I'm thinking like, how can we? It
was just perfect timing for you. It was perfect timing for you. Because 2014 was the beginning of G-Expo TV. You got the interviews, and then you would have people do the interviews and then do the freestyles. Now, did everybody want to do the freestyle? Was it kind of? Oh no. Okay, so how did you get the freestyle? People make them comfortable.
Niggas can't rap when you ask them to rap. No. Hey. No, everybody did not want to do the freestyle, and that's why you would see on some interviews that it's no freestyles because a lot of people didn't want to do the freestyles. Also, I became to the point where I had to like adjust to other people's their environment, their circumstances and stuff like that. So a lot of the artists couldn't come down to wherever for me to rent something out for them to do it. I had to fucking, where you at? I'm coming right now. Like I have to put like Draco. Draco had been fucking not showing up for interviews, the cypher for like months and months at a time. It was like, and we went to school together. Like we really know each other. You know? And I didn't even take it personal because it's like he's a rapper. Like that's what a lot of people don't be understanding. These niggas be on rapper hours and rapper time. You could probably catch them at like 3 o'clock in the morning. But 3 p.m. in the afternoon, you probably can't catch that
they
nigga.
Working.
So, like, I would have to like take it for what it is. So when he tell me like, hey, I got a video shoot on such and such day, pull up. All right, can I interview you there? You know, like, so I would have to like adjust that. Of course, I can't get a freestyle going on right there.
I like that you said that because what people don't see is the fact that I'll speak specifically from my experience. I'm talking about DMing people I know. you know what I'm saying, and they leave me on scene, or I'll be like, bro, what's up? Let's do an interview, and they just don't, you know what I'm saying, don't reply. Like, that part is, you know, they don't see that part.
A lot of stuff, a lot of times too, because even though I just gave a Draco example, but Draco is somebody who's a genuine person. He wants to see his people win. So I could understand in that situation. But it's niggas who think they bigger than the program. And that's facts.
There you go.
It's niggas that think they bigger than the program, and they'll hop on the timeline and be like, oh, LA don't support me, my city don't support me, and niggas don't understand. Y'all have to start with y'all local media platforms who we need y'all.
Exactly.
We need y'all for the look.
Exactly.
And then you need us for the look.
Yeah.
Because just like you said, you go and you watch these interviews and stuff. Adam just interviewed somebody the other day, and I remember him saying like, shit, I couldn't find nothing on him. I couldn't find anything. Because you don't have any previous interviews.
Exactly.
But I know that it's media companies, it's smaller media platforms in your town that's been hitting you up and they want to, you know, do that interview. But people just automatically expect that they just gonna go there. And fucking Head said it one day on Clubhouse, like, when rappers hit them up and they tap in, he gonna see if they fucked with somebody like me first, Rosecrans Vic and stuff. Like, let me see if they fucked with these people first.
That's respectful.
Because you think you just gonna get straight to homegrown, like, and it don't fucking work like that.
Wow.
Like,
so look, if you watching this, that's big game right there. Don't you ignore them because they check it. And you know what? Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I could go off. A lot of niggas done flake, like you said, left you on scene and shit like that. But like the moment that niggas seen I was on no jumper, I need it.
Oh, she the hottest thing in the world. Hey, Gina, tap in. I need you again. Wait.
Ain't nothing changed. Ass still flat, titties still little.
No, she's still
hair the same. I still work at the same spot at the time. Still had the same fucking Honda. Like nothing fucking changed. But now that you think that, oh, I'm on a larger platform, now you fuck with it. You know, like, and I peep shit like that. No. If you look at what Mike Jones said, back then you didn't want me, boy, fuck you.
Yeah, and see, you know what? It's the thing, that full circle moment. Because see, the funny thing about life is, I guarantee you, it's probably somebody you would have never expected to be where you are. Yeah. And you done came across them. That's the same thing with myself. Like, it's shout out my boy One Take Ocho. Like, me and One Take Ocho went to SMC together. Went our two totally different paths. We ended up coming across each other not too long ago in the same building, surrounded by the same circle of people. And it's like, wow, bro, we took two totally different paths and we here again. So that's the thing, you know, that's why I say, like, even if you don't mess with somebody, just hi and bye. How you doing, bro? Everything good? Yeah, for sure. Okay, cool. Nice to see you. You can go on about your day, but don't just diss nobody like that. Because if payback is in their hands and they do you wrong, then you want to play victim now.
Academics had said one day, like, you never know where somebody's going to end up. So do not do them bad. Do not treat them, you know, don't treat them wrong. Like, you really fucking never know. Like, you don't know where somebody's going to be. You don't know where somebody's going to end up. And I noticed, like, even back then during the time that I started, it was a lot of niggas that was hot. And they not hot no more. Now they need interviews. They need to get on the fucking cypher. Niggas didn't know that I didn't know I was gonna work with Revo. I didn't fucking know that either, you know?
Hey, the Revo thing is huge because, you know what? I've started to believe, I believe because I've done a lot of speaking things into existence. And that's what you've done. You know, listening to the things that you've been through, you've spoken this stuff into existence and you got to live it out. Have you ever had, have you ever had a dream about doing something and you made that come true?
No.
Okay.
I have some crazy ass dreams. I don't know how deep, we shouldn't even get into it, but I have death dreams.
Okay, yeah, we're not doing that.
I have death dreams that people gonna die and it happen.
Okay.
My family and friends, they have dreams of me being this big successful TV sensation.
Damn.
They've like, bitch, I just had a dream that you was this, you was that. But I've never had the dream. Okay. Like, I probably dreamed that I like had Kofi or something. You know?
Yeah.
Like, I've had like one of them type of dreams or something, like a nigga, like with this big rapper, I've had that type of dream, but not like necessarily like with my career. I've had dreams of me being in a big ass house that I can't explain, don't know why I'm in this big ass house and stuff like that. But like my friends and like my family, like my brother, we see each other probably like every 4 years because he works for the government.
This is stupid. Why you do that?
Sorry, y'all know my brother is. Fuck the government. They don't know.
Hey, prayers, bro. Handle that business.
But like he called me one day. Like I said, we don't talk. We see each other like every so often. And he called me like, I had a dream that like you was like doing it. You know, like you was on this big old platform. You had your own TV show. You was this, you was that. He said you was a superstar. Like. With fucking paparazzi and like, you know, it was crazy. He said, I hope whatever you doing out there, he knows what I do, but he's not, you know, your family, you got to explain. You saw that post up there says me at the table explaining what I do on things.
Yeah.
Like, it's kind of hard to explain, especially if they not a part of pop culture. You know, if they not into it. Like I said, he worked for the fucking government. He probably don't even know who the fuck Ari Fletcher is. You get what I'm saying? You like, who's Ari Fletcher? No?
Yeah, me too. I don't know who the hell that is. I'm just,
Jada, you know, like, he probably don't know who, like, people in pop, you know, pop culture is.
Yeah.
Anyway, but when he called me and said that, I'm like, dang, that's crazy because like he don't even know to the extent of like, you know, what it is that I do. Same thing like with my friends, like they're like, bitch, I just had a dream that you was in da 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 and you was da 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 da. Oh, really? Okay.
Like, yeah, that makes you feel good though.
Yeah.
And see, my thing is that God is always gonna send you that confirmation.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And that's your confirmation coming over and over and over again. So when you get these calls, how does that make you feel inside?
I get chill bumps because it means something to me that you see something that I can't see. And I believe that God speaks to us in mysterious ways. Like I said, I had these fucking dreams, them dreams that I said that we don't talk about. I had them dreams. And I think that's God telling me, you need to reach out to that person and let them know that they need to be, you know, let them know to watch themselves. So I believe that God talks to people around me just to give me them affirmations that I need and that reassurance, because everybody need a little reassurance sometimes. Yeah. And it's times where I was like when I was, I would say like 2015, 2016, I'll be watching the Hip Hop Award ciphers and I'll boo-hoo cry. Like, I love them and shit, you know, like I'm very fucking entertained, but I'll be like, damn, I'm supposed to be producing them ciphers for the Hip Hop Awards. Like, that's supposed to be me. And every time I would watch an award show or watch one of them ciphers, I get chill bumps. Like, it's something that fucking comes over me that, like, it's like I'm supposed to be doing this, you know, with them. Like, I'm supposed to be doing this or whatever. And the same way I felt, you know, when I said I would see when I went to those tapings and stuff like that, like I felt like I was supposed to be there. So I know the feeling, and I've kind of come to the point where it's like, whatever it is that I'm supposed to do, if I'm supposed to have it, if it's meant for me, God's going to give it to me.
That's right.
My 2021 was fucking incredible. Like, I had a crazy year and I didn't plan for none of it. And previously, like when I first started doing the ciphers and stuff, I had in my mind exactly how I wanted my life to go, how I wanted it to be set up. On this year I want this year I want this year I want this, and none of that shit fucking happened. It's
crazy, yeah.
But the moment that I just said, all right, I'm gonna just let go, as long as I make sure that I'm putting in the work, whatever the fuck I'm supposed to have is gonna come to me. I had no plans on being on no jumper. I had no plans on getting that fucking Mercedes.
You definitely didn't have no plans to become Blueface's assistant.
Had no plan to become Blueface assistant. No plan to run social media for no jumper. No plan to fucking be on Revolt. These are all things that were appealing to me. Right. But I didn't plan for it like I planned for everything else. I used to have a whiteboard in my room that had every day that I was going to accomplish something. Only thing I accomplished when I used to do that was finishing Cerritos College and paying off some credit card bills. But I thought that my credit was gonna be at like a 900. I was gonna have a house. I was gonna have 2 kids by now. And husband. It was gonna be me and Kofi to the end.
She is retarded, bro. If y'all ain't seen that West Coast Confidential episode, let me tell you something, right? She goes off and names 4 different characters that Kofi played. I watched it, right? I'm like, okay, boom. I'm like, wait a minute. I'm like, that's the same nigga? And then it was all the same, and then you came out and named him last, like gave him his full name last. I was like, wait a minute, bro. She just named this nigga 4 times, 4 different characters. She got it bad for Kofi. Kofi, wherever you at, man, don't holler at him, man. Was it Girls Trip that got you?
Yes, it was Girls Trip.
Yeah, Girls Trip got a lot of women.
It was Girls Trip, and you know he's from the district.
What?
Yeah, he went to View Park, I want to say.
Wow, that's new. Kofi from, I thought he would have been
He like 28, 29, maybe 30.
He's our age?
He's very close, yeah. He's very close.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah,
of course she would know
from
that.
The district.
Of course she would know that.
Because I'm thirsty.
She thirsty.
I'm going to find
Yeah,
out.
we're going to have to get her another bottle of water in a minute. On the real. Now, one thing I got to say about the whole experience, like you feeling like you should be there, was the fact that you actually started something. I think a lot of people get discouraged because, like you said, we talked about the interviews. People want the no jumper. They don't want the Clap It Up LA right now. They want straight no jumper. People want the Breakfast Club. You know what I'm saying? People want BET 106 in Park. They don't want to start off as, okay, I'm just me. I want to check out. I want you to rap for me. I want you to do this. So the fact that you got out and even started it was what started your process, and that's the reason why you're here today, because you started it compared to other people who actually won't. Now, were you so you spoke on being discouraged at times, right? And during those discouraging moments, what helps you continue to commit to the process even though you may feel uncertain?
Even with like me starting off, like I said, I wanted to audition and I was discouraged because I felt like I didn't look like them girls. And then the show ended, and then that's what I was gonna say, my boyfriend at the time, he was like, why you just won't get a camera and have the homies, because his friends did music, and have the homies just freestyle for you and put this shit on YouTube. And because in my mind, everything is a fucking math problem.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. You make it all difficult.
I make everything fucking difficult. Like, I work hard a lot of times instead of working smart. So in my mind, it's like it's anatomy again.
Yeah, she just numbers all over the place.
Anatomy, in my mind, it's like it's that fucking difficult. So when he said it was like he kind of simplified it. Just get a camera and have the homies rap on the beat.
That's it. That's all.
That's all you have to fucking do.
That's it.
So just realizing like how easy this shit start costing money.
Yeah, because you talked about it costing 3 to 5 bands. Why did a cipher cost that much money?
Because I'm a girl and niggas want to tax me for shit that they do for free.
So you had to pay them to do the cipher?
I had to, no, not the artist.
Okay.
Nobody has ever charged. I had one person charge me. I won't say who that is. He know who he is though. Yeah. One person ever charged me for a cipher. Yeah. And you can probably watch the ciphers and figure out who would be that person. Anyway.
It's a part of the process, baby. That's it. It paid off. It paid off.
All good. I needed it at the time.
Yeah.
But the production. The production was what cost it. And then, of course, I got hair, I got nails, wardrobe, and stuff like that. I got to buy a fresh pair of shoes every time, makeup and stuff like that. And actually, at that time, too, shout out to Paige, because Paige was doing my makeup for free.
Okay, shout out Paige,
But it was like different necessities that I needed to, to accomplish the ciphers, to make sure that they were successful. Studio time, I had to book studio sessions, and then on top of that, I'm shooting a cipher at the end of a season. I'm already paying for camera, studios, editing and stuff like that prior to doing a cipher. So all of that shit together, it was just so fucking, it cost so much. It just was not cost effective. However, at the time, I was roommating. I don't even think I had my Honda at that time. I think I had like my little Neon, which I didn't have a car note.
The little mini car?
Yeah.
Huh? She had a little mini Neon?
I had an orange Dodge Neon.
Oh, man.
Orange.
Yeah.
I was working at Walmart. I was a manager at Walmart, and I worked the cash office at Ross, and I was going to school.
Man.
And then we had a radio show, too, that we had to pay the rent for every month. So it was like, the shit costed so fucking much. But at I had hella credit cards and shit. I was running them credit cards up. Hella fucking credit cards. I was gonna figure it out.
Yeah. You got to.
Yeah.
You got to.
My pride don't let me ask nobody for a dime.
Yeah.
So
Leo, huh?
I was getting them fucking credit cards, and I was for do not get credit cards though.
Yeah.
I'm not advising nobody to get credit cards. A lot of them motherfuckers just got washed off the record for some little credit bill notes, credit bill letters. But do not get no. I'm not telling you to do that.
Oh man, she is not a financial advisor.
No, please. I'm the worst. I'm the worst.
Oh,
no,
man.
but so back to your question.
Yeah.
What would stop me, like, what keep me going when I get discouraged was like looking back at how much work I put in. And then I really be like, I didn't go this far to fucking stop. Like, I'm too far to turn around.
That's right.
And I'm not close enough to stop. Like, so my biggest fear is looking back years later, seeing that I had all of the necessary resources to be successful and I did not utilize them. Like, even when you was just doing the introduction, I'm like, damn, I did do that, huh? Like, I forget. Like, it'll take somebody like you to say, you did this, you did that, you did this, you did that. Because, like, I literally only worry about the step in front of me. Like, I don't be living in the moment. I don't think nothing is owed to me. I don't think that I deserve anything. I think that whatever, I just worry about the step that's in front of me. And I don't feel like shit is guaranteed. Like, nothing is fucking guaranteed. So I don't even realize all the shit I've done until somebody say it, or until I look back and be like, damn, I did this, I did that. Like,
crazy.
You know, like,
yeah, that's
it's
crazy.
You know, it's dope. But I just be worried about where the fuck I'm gonna be, because I'm trying to get there.
Yeah.
You know?
And see, there's a motivational speaker by the name of Les Brown. He said the richest place in the world is the cemetery, because people die and their dreams die with them. Like, I be thinking to myself, like, you know, them older people that's like hella bitter. It's like, damn, why you so mad at me? I think that it's because they weren't able to accomplish their dreams.
Yeah.
They didn't get to live the life that they wanted to live.
That's why that's my biggest fear, because I've had family members tell me, like they'll look at me and see everything I'm doing, and they'll be like, dang, I used to be just like you. Like, I was so energetic. I was so goal-oriented. I had all these dreams and stuff, and boom, I got pregnant. Or boom, I got introduced to crack. So just crack is
that
boom,
that crack thing is
crack.
Yeah, that crack thing is different.
So,
yeah, that crack.
They'd tell me, like, you know, like, they'd tell me all that, and I'd be like, I don't want to fucking be you. Or even, like, if I've had older women tell me before, like, like, it was this dude I was with, and I left him for this person, and now he's a fucking loser now, and this dude is just, you know, and I'd be like, I don't fucking want that to be me. Like, I don't want to miss out on no blessings. So that's why I don't turn down shit. I don't feel like I'm bigger than nothing. Like, I'm going to fucking go. I'm going to fucking show up, unless I'm tired. If I'm tired,
okay.
I'll be doing a lot.
All right, well, look, don't catch her when she's tired.
I look at everything, like I said, I look at people as a learning opportunity. I mean, as a learning experience. I look at every opportunity as a fucking learning opportunity. It's stuff that I can say that I did, and it's stuff that I can experience to say, just say I did it. When I went to Revolt, the Revolt Summit, I had no plans on doing any interviews.
Man, and you
I
was up
only
there.
went because I've never been to a Revolt Summit before. And I've been watching Revolt since I was in fucking high school. Like, I've been wanting to be, when DJ Damage was the host on there. Like, I've been wanting to be, on Revolt and stuff. So, and it's black on it. But I was like, I'm gonna just go to this summit and see what it's like. I ain't never even been to a summit, period. Like, I don't know didn't even know, what it was. I didn't know what the experience was. I didn't know what, what they had in store. So when I went, the lady, the person like over media had called Chrissy. Shout out to Chrissy, Nina Deuce. She had a show too.
Shout out to her.
Chrissy, she called Chrissy like, hey, we need somebody to interview Slim Thug. So when Chrissy said it, when she said, all right, but she didn't even tell him, like, she didn't say, you about to go do da 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 da. She just said, all right, like, we'll be over there. We'll be in the media lounge. I said, Chrissy. I said, hold on. What? Slow down. Wait a minute. Slow the fuck down. Hold on.
Oh, snap.
Chrissy fucking got me in order. Chrissy said, hey, either you gonna interview that nigga or I'm gonna interview him.
Just like that.
Just like that.
Just like
she said, but he's getting interviewed by the West Coast.
Ooh.
Period.
Ooh.
So when she said, I'm like, okay, I need to get right. Because I have these like I have anxiety attacks and nervous breakdowns and shit that people don't fucking, that, they don't know about. They think that I'm just sitting here with a mean face and stuff. No, I'm tripping the fuck out on the inside right now. My stomach turning. In that moment, my stomach turned. I said, Slim Thug? What you mean, Slim? Yeah, we need y'all over here at 5 o'clock. It's 3:50.
Yeah, you gotta go.
So I'm like, what am I about to ask? What the fuck am I about to ask Slim Thug? Like, you nigga don't got no drama going on right now.
Slim Thug the most neutral nigga you ever seen, bro.
Nigga ain't got no diss tracks out. Beating with nobody. And then I thought to myself, like, if this the fucking life you want, this the lifestyle you want, you need to fucking figure it out.
That's right.
But in my mind, I said, fuck, I'm not interviewing him. I'm not doing it. So Chrissy kind of still saw, like, you know, the doubt in my face, and she kind of got me right. She said, whatever the fuck you need to do to, you know, get it going, get it going.
You need people like that.
Yeah. She said, whatever. I said, but Chrissy, we don't even, like, cause we didn't go there to do the interviews. We went there to enjoy the experience.
She like, I came to party.
We don't even got no equipment.
Yeah.
So she said, we got phones. You motherfucking right. We do got phones. No.
Ain't no excuse.
So then I'm like, I'm coming up in my mind with all these fucking excuses. I record HOEFESSIONS on my phone.
Yeah. Yeah, fast.
People think it's a whole motherfucking production in front of me. No,
it looks good too. It looks really good.
Thank you. I edit too.
I man, you gotta get on your
I fired a lot of niggas.
Oh, okay.
So I had to learn how to nigger rig. And I had to figure it out. But I edit too.
Yeah.
So when she like, we got phones, I think in my head like, duh, but you do HOEFESSIONS on your phone. Like all of this shit. I'm very fucking tech savvy. Like I've been a dork. People don't be knowing this. Like I like been on the computer since I was a little kid. Like
you was a class historian. Yeah. Okay.
So like my daddy had me on the computer early, so like I know how to do anything on the fuck. I'm the friend that everybody call. Oh, Gina, I can't figure this out. You know you seen that post that said my granny think I'm so smart because I just cleared her trash. Yeah. Like I'm that family member, you know, like I'm that person. So when she said that, I'm like, I know how to make this shit look good. Like I could figure it out. I know how to get audio together. I know how to get the visual together. And I said, I'll be right back. I had to go use the bathroom. I ain't gonna tell you what I did in the bathroom, but I said my stomach was hurting. I went to the bathroom. I sat in the bathroom and I got on Slim Thug Instagram. I couldn't find shit on his Instagram. He if anybody has more than like 500 posts and it's like somebody I'm trying to like interview, I panic. Because it's like, where the fuck do I start? I don't want to, if I go down too far, I might be dipping into something that somebody done already asked you about. Yeah. Or if I don't go down far enough, I might miss something. Right. And then it's like, you know, like and then I'm having an anxiety attack at the same time. So all this shit is going through my head.
Sweating and shaky while you going through the phone.
Shaking in the bathroom, it's loud. Motherfuckers knocking on the door. Yeah. I'm in the ladder. I ain't at my bathroom in the house.
Exactly.
But I went to his Instagram, and then, like I said, it was just too much shit on there. So then I went to the link in his. He had an Instagram in his bio. I clicked it, and it's like his clothing line, but down at the bottom of the page, it's all of his like cars and shit. So I guess he used to do something like, you know, like with cars or whatever. And he had on there what his first car was. I said, that's my master question right there. Right. That's the fucking golden question right there is, oh, so you know your car, you had I think he said he had a hearse. It was like something like that I asked him, but he had a hearse at 16 years old. So that was like my question. When I asked him, he said,
how'd you know
that? How you know that? But I was able to turn his hearse into a question. And then I just asked him about people, you know, feeling like they need to keep up with the Joneses and have this whip and have that or whatever. And shit, he ended up dropping some fucking game. So it all fucking worked out. But like saying all that to say, I had no intentions on going there and doing no fucking interviews, but it happened. Like, so and I thank God for Chrissy, because if Chrissy was not there to fucking tell me to get right, I wouldn't have did that shit. If they would have called me and said, like, oh yeah, we'll catch Slim Thug in Houston. Catch that nigga, you know. Like, she fucking got me right. Like, she's figured out, you know, and that's all you have to do is fucking just figure it out. Like, it's not that serious. The worst you can do is fuck up.
That's right. Yeah, facts.
And then what's gonna happen? They're gonna forget about it. Yeah. Like, you gonna fuck up and then what?
Yeah,
so what?
Facts.
Fuck up. Fuck up.
For real. And that's the thing. Like, I just posted this post. It said, winners aren't afraid to lose, losers are. Because you got to understand, to be a true winner, you got to know how to lose. You feel what I'm saying? You got to understand, okay, I messed up right here. Let's bounce back this time. Yeah. That's the way it goes.
Now, learning experience.
Yeah. Now I got to ask you, you was asking these dudes, you asked Mozzie about this bus situation, which I couldn't configure in my head.
You still don't know the answer?
No, I don't know the answer to that. Where did you come up with the bus question at? Where did that come from?
Fucking know Google.
I mean, because you talking about you don't like math, but that was so math-esque there.
No. It's a trick question.
Okay, so we'll break it down for us. Come on, maybe one of y'all can answer this question. What's the question about this bus situation?
You're a bus driver.
Okay.
At your first stop, 2 passengers get on.
Mm-hmm.
At the second stop, 3 passengers get on. At the third stop, 4 passengers get on. What color are the bus driver's eyes?
Red.
Who's the bus driver?
I'm the bus driver, right? You said you the bus driver, right?
So what color are your eyes?
Brown.
Exactly.
What's the point, though? I don't get it.
The first thing I say is you're a bus driver.
Ah. I'm over here thinking this is some math question.
No, that's the thing you gotta listen.
Yeah.
But when niggas hear numbers, you instantly start adding shit up. So I got another one that I used to do when I go to like the homies listening parties and shit. If a dozen eggs cost 12 cents per carton, how much are 50 eggs?
A dozen, so that'd be 12 times 50 cents.
No, see, niggas start multiplying and shit. Like, you didn't even need to multiply. But for whatever reason, when we hear math, we start tripping.
Well, it's okay. You got. I mean, it ain't multiply. It's multiplication. It's 12.
No, you don't even have to do none of that.
Oh, because a dozen carton. Dumbass, man. Okay, so it's 12 cartons of eggs.
No, nigga. What did you hear me say?
You know what? See, I didn't do good in math. I ain't do good in math.
Look,
So, hey, that's
look. A dozen is 12.
right. 12 eggs.
So if a dozen eggs costs 12 cents per carton, that means each egg is 1 cent. So if you have 50 eggs, it's 50 cents.
Man, I tell you what, that was all the way over my head. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm down here. That's way up there. You know what I'm saying? Out of the building type, because
you want to know too. You want to know what's so funny about is you brought up the Mozzie when I asked him that at the summit. That was day 2. Mm-hmm. No, that was day 3 of the summit. I was like panicking and shit. Like, what am I about to ask them? Like, what? You know, like what's going on? What I'm asking them? And I had looked, and I'm like, it's about at least 10 people minimum doing media right now. That's here. They all gonna ask them the same question. How was the mental health panel? How you feel about Revolt? Your last album, da 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 da. What's coming up next? I said, I'm gonna be the one that asked them some bullshit when they get down here.
But they gonna remember that.
Exactly. And Royce the 5'9" ended up posting it too.
Really?
He ended up posting
and
it.
I mean, because the Mozzie one made me laugh, because you know his voice, he was like, well, you know, I ain't no bus driver, but you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. But you know, that right there is big game, because you had to do something that made you stick out. Yeah. That's something that they could possibly remember. Well, you know, that even if they don't remember your name, well, that girl asked me about a bus, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It was just, that's just something totally different. See, and like the slogan goes, pressure busts pipes, but it also makes diamonds. You came out of that a diamond because you felt that pressure. You went through it and you did it. Would I have guessed that you went through that? Hell no. But you got to understand firsthand, it's not a yellow brick road. It's bumpy. You committed to it though. We got to clap it up to that. You know what I'm saying?
Bumpy as hell.
You committed to that. Now, when you think about that moment, how accomplished did you feel when it was all said and done?
Right now, like, I still can't even believe that I interviewed fucking Slim Thug.
Man, still
in
shock.
And even Royce the 5'9". Like, those are legends in the industry.
Facts.
You know, like,
yeah.
When I think about doing interviews and people that I want to work with, in my mind is a face-to-face sit-down like we doing type of interview. I never imagined that I'm gonna run into them at the on the black carpet. You know, like it doesn't even like cross my mind that. Like I said, when I went there, when I was on that plane going to Atlanta, I had no clue on, and I'm the type of person, like I said, I prepare. I like to be prepared. I like to know exactly what the fuck, you know, like what's gonna happen. And I've noticed that like my most accomplished moments is shit that I did not prepare for.
Didn't plan for. God's plan.
Yeah,
God's plan. That's right.
I was thinking, what did Nipsey say? I was thinking chess move, but it was God's grace.
Man.
Like it's really not your fucking plan. It's really God's plan. Like
so since then, would you say that you are a chronic planner, or you just, like you said, you just made the adjustment to just start going now?
I still like to plan, because like if you don't have no plans, then you just fucking blowing in the wind. So you have to at least have a sense of idea of, you know, like what you want. But I've gotten to the point where I just expect anything.
That's right.
Like it can either be really, because I've had a really, really fucked up childhood.
Okay.
Like I've had the fucking worst. That I didn't even think, even like as a kid, that I could even make it out of that. I thought that was something that I would be living through, you know, my entire life.
Yeah, I feel that.
So anything could happen.
Facts. Nothing's promised.
Anything could fucking happen. At any moment, a plane could come through that window right there.
Yeah.
At any moment.
Pray to God.
I pray it don't, because it's God's plan. He gonna look out.
Yeah.
But like anything could happen. Like literally, like anything could fucking happen. So I've even like learned in my moments when I'm discouraged and I'm depressed and stuff, like, girl, get right. Like, get right. You don't know what's coming. We don't know the fucking future. Like,
that's the truth.
As much as we plan and say what we want and what's going to be and stuff like that, like, you don't know. It's like I just feel like as long as you have the tools, as long as you got the tools to make them bill payments every month, you know you're not gonna be late. Yeah, you know. That's it. But if you don't have the fucking tools, then you might get that late fee. Yeah. So like, as long as you just have the tools, and that's why I be saying like I'm just worried about the step in front of me. I even switched my damn lease to month to month. I don't know if I'm gonna be with y'all next year.
Man, I feel that. Yeah, I feel
that. I don't know.
The pressure's on.
I might get up and fucking leave. Yeah. I don't want to be, you know, stuck in another year lease. Like I might get up and fucking leave. Like you don't know. Like you just you don't know what's gonna happen. But I always pray for the best. Man, thanks. And say what it is. I'm very specific with God.
Man, me too. You gotta be. Yeah. You gotta be. Ain't no way. Like one of my things is I pray. I wake up and I made it a habit to wake up and pray. And even before I go to sleep every day, God, please allow me to make my living doing what I love and loving what I do. Yes, I want to be a millionaire. I say that all the time. Like, I ain't trying to be broke and you know what I'm saying? I want to be a millionaire, but I want to be a millionaire doing what I love to do, having assets and things like that.
I think too, and my pastor said this, he said, it's stuff that we want and God doesn't give it to us because if we get it at that moment, we might, he didn't say fuck it off, but essentially he was saying we might fuck it off. So even like I was telling Sammy when she interviewed me, like
shout out Sammy Joe.
When I used to like, cause I looked up to like DJ Head for a long time. Like when I first ever started Cyphers, that's what Homegrown is all about, is putting on for the city. And I used to be like, dang, like I want to be at Homegrown, like I want to show up there, or shit, I want a picture with Head, or I want Head to know me and stuff like that. Like certain stuff and certain opportunities. What would I have done with that relationship? Right. You know, like now I'm in a position I didn't put in that much work at that time when I, you know. So it's like it's certain things that we want and that we look forward to having and we feel like we should have them within that moment, but you're really going to get it when God wants you to have it. I didn't get my first apartment until last year. But I've been wanting my own apartment. Like I was, you know, they say you had a home in your cart on Zillow. $6 million. That Zillow thing. Yeah, somebody buy it. You can't even get it right now. Yeah, but what would you do if you got that, you know, something that you wanted that's in your cart? That's, you know, you won't even be able to manage it. Like,
and see, the beautiful thing about it is what I've come to understand is that you got to go through some things before you can accomplish certain things. Yeah. You know, because before I was here, I dipped and dabbed in everything. I started a cleaning business. I started this. Like, people was like, bro, you so inconsistent. And now it makes sense. I was just trying to find myself. So I had to go through this stuff in order to build the confidence and finally say, I'm going to commit to what I wanted to do.
And then imagine learning, even you came up with all them businesses and stuff, but those are things that'll equip you for what you're doing now. Right. You know, you might need that one day. Like I said, my daddy had me on a computer early, so now I'm very tech savvy. I can edit my own fucking interviews. Now I can stop spending hundreds and thousands of dollars on shit because I have that past experience, that hands-on experience from when I was fucking 6 years old, and I'm able to apply it to today.
Man, that's the way things work, even if we don't understand it. Now, in 2018, May 18th, you said this was a reflection for you.
Whew, 2018.
2018, May 18th. No, this is on Instagram.
Oh, what I say?
This on the gram.
I used to be a little reckless.
No. I had to put it in my own words. I had to put it in my own words.
Okay.
Now, I'm gonna just say reflection, right? We already kind of we touched on it. You host 2 web series, a radio show, worked 2 jobs, and managed to get a degree. They said it was impossible. They said she couldn't do it.
Oh yeah.
But guess what?
Because motherfuckers used to be telling me like, you need to slow down. Because it'll be times I used to forget to eat. Like,
really?
Yeah,
you got it bad. Because big nigga like me ain't gonna never forget to eat.
I would be like moving around and doing so much that I would literally like forget to fucking eat, and I end up eating. But you know, you look up and everything closed.
Yeah, facts.
But
that does happen. True.
You look up, it's fucking 2 o'clock while I'm eating.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing open but legs and Jack in the Box.
Oh my gosh.
So
7-Eleven.
Yeah, 7-Eleven. But what I'm gonna get? A coffee cake?
The wings are good. I don't eat them.
I'm not eating no 7-Eleven wings.
So why not? What's wrong with them?
Because them not even chefs in there.
That's
a cashier. I'm not eating no wings at a cashier.
Oh man, you know, I mean, all they do is they get them out the freezer and throw them up in there.
I don't trust them.
Okay, I feel that.
But yeah, like people would tell me like, you need to calm down, you need to slow down, you're doing too much, you overworking yourself. Like I said, I had 2 jobs. Actually, at that time, I had 3 jobs. I worked at Walmart, Ross, and I was working at a hospital. And Walmart was in Torrance, Ross was in Gardena, and the hospital was in Ventura.
Ventura, like 101 Ventura?
Yeah, that one.
Oh man. Okay, I was finna say, okay, well at least they was in close proximity.
Right.
No.
And then I went to school in Cerritos.
Whoa.
And then we had our radio show in Gardena too.
Okay.
And I lived in Gardena.
Okay.
But like I was doing a lot, and I would break down. Like my body would break down. I'll probably like have a huge breakdown, probably like every other month or something, where I just like will like cry, and then I go to sleep, and I wake up and I'll be good, and I overwork myself again. On top of all of them jobs, I was going to school, and I was a full-time student. So I had all like 4 classes.
Ooh man.
And then trying to juggle and do the ciphers and stuff. So I like hella like overworked myself. Like, and that, like I said, that was a time where I was working hard instead of smart.
Yeah.
Now it all paid off, of course, but I had got to the point where it's like, why the fuck do I got 3 jobs? Like, I'm not even making that much money. Like, why? For these 3 jobs I have, I can condense these into 1 job.
Yeah, fine.
And just find a job that's gonna pay what I'm making with all of these 3 jobs. So I ended up working at a call center. So that kind of like decreased the stress and stuff, is that I didn't have to drive around so much. And then I wasn't like, I didn't go to like my friends would go out of town and stuff. I never would go with them. I never had time to go.
You had to sacrifice.
And then like on top of doing all that, I had homework. And this is at a time where I graduated from Cerritos, but I still was failing. What's that class that everybody leaves school for?
They leave school for it. Got to be a
Statistics.
math class. Yeah, statistics. I knew it was math. If you just know, it's got to be math.
I was failing statistics, but I didn't need statistics for that degree. I needed statistics to transfer.
Okay.
So I was able to get my AA, but I couldn't transfer out. So I was able to walk the stage and stuff, but I still had to take statistics. And I never even went and like, well, I eventually went and talked to a counselor to figure out like, bitch, what you got me into this shit?
Hey, cause it's like, teacher, I just want to go to the next level, man. Pass me.
And I was failing statistics like a motherfucker. Like I was like, it looked like I was dumb. Like, bitch, did you at least like read?
Bro,
I was like so bad in statistics.
And
I had went to talk to my counselors. I'm like, it's no way I need statistics for the radio. Like, I fucking need this for communications, like statistics. She was like, oh yeah, what school do you want to go to? Well, yeah, this is a requirement. You have to have finished statistics by the time you get into the school, and da 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 da. So I'm like, all right, Miss Counselor, bitch, take it again. Keep failing it, take it again, whatever. And then I got to the point where I think I maxed out my financial aid. So now I'm paying out of pocket.
All because of statistics.
All because of statistics.
Oh my goodness.
So then shout out to Portia, because she enrolled in a school in Arizona, which was online. And I remember seeing her with her laptop all the time. Like we'd be out doing stuff, whatever, and she'd have her laptop. And I'm like, what you doing? She go, girl, I'm doing my homework.
Yeah.
And then she tell me like, oh, my school in Arizona, it's a university. So I applied just to, you know, see if some shit could shake.
Mm-hmm.
And they was like, why? Because I sent them my transcript. They said, why are you taking statistics? And I said, because that's what the school said.
Yeah.
And it was like, no, you don't need statistics. You're doing communications. You're not
that's a jip.
selling homes. Like,
that's a jip.
You're not doing business, you know? Like, so they said, you failed statistics 3 times already.
Yeah.
Why? They said, they was like, I can't believe that your counselor, nobody like told you like, you good, you don't need it. Because everything else, like I have like A's and B's and shit, but statistics was a fucking F. Of course, it brought down my GPA.
Yeah.
So then, you know, he was looking at my transcripts and he was like, you're a very great student, but your statistics is horrible. Like, so he said, you don't need statistics. We'll let you write in, you know, whatever.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah, I was good. I didn't come out of pocket for shit. Let me write in, and you know, that's all she wrote. But back to that damn long ass caption, because that was the day I graduated.
I mean, she had to. I
needed to condense. I needed to condense the shit that I was doing because I did not make it make sense whatsoever. Like. I needed, because it was like, even though I had like 3 jobs, it's like 4 hours at one job, 4 hours at another job, 4 hours at another one. And like I said, I wasn't making that much money. I was living good, but I wasn't making that much money.
Yeah, you probably couldn't do that now with the gas prices, huh?
Hell no.
No, man. Almost $6.
Damn, I want to go park that one.
Yeah.
So I needed a job that would give me a full 8-hour shift and still allow me the flexibility to do what I wanted to do with media. So I got a job that was an 8-hour shift, regular little 7 to 3, weekends off. With those jobs that I was doing, one weekend I might work, one weekend I probably don't work, one weekend I'm probably like overnight, one weekend I'm like early in the morning.
Yeah, that's ugly.
Or even like throughout the week. So it just didn't fucking make sense. It did not make sense. I was literally overworking myself, and then that's when, at that point, like I would get to the point where I'm not sitting down and stopping and looking at what I'm doing. I would just be, oh, boom, y'all hiring? All right, boom, I apply. Oh, a class open? All right, boom, let me get into this class. You know, like it didn't fucking make sense. Like it just didn't make sense. Granted, it got me through a lot, and that shit made me stronger than a motherfucker. Facts. But yeah, so then I got a call center job, and I ended up getting promoted like within like 6 months to a senior rep, and then I got promoted to an account manager, and then I was making good fucking money, like. I was making too much money. Like,
she said too much.
I was making too much money.
It was too good for you.
Yeah, hold on. Wait, like, Friday is that too? Yeah. Like, you know, I was making too much fucking money. But at that point, like I said, during like all of that you had mentioned, I wanted my own apartment. Yeah. And it was like, I couldn't even afford an apartment at that time, but I wanted it so bad. But imagine if fucking God would have made a way for me to get the apartment on the income that I had. I'll get approved and, you know, all of that. What was I going to do? Be eating noodles? I wasn't got no food. Right. Everything would have been going to the rent. Probably wouldn't have been paid. Yeah. Phone to be off. It would have been rough. It would have been real rough. Yeah. It would have been real rough. Yeah. But I was able to get into the apartment, you know, once I, you know, got a good, got a higher position in the company I was working with or whatever, but yeah, that little reflection, I gotta delete that picture too. Why? That's the first picture on my Instagram.
Why you gotta delete it though?
Because it's 2018.
So, what? What does that mean?
I look different. I want to wear that dress again too.
Oh, see, you talking about how you be putting? She say she put the pictures in the archives, and if she gonna wear it again, and then she bring it back. Bring it back. If I don't take no pictures, I'll bring it back. I am not gonna cap with you. Ever since you said that, I'll be like, I can't take a picture in these pants today. Let me not take a picture in these pants today. Like when I'm looking at like like a future somebody I might want to frequent. Yeah. Like I go on their Instagram, and if I see the same jeans too many times, I'm gonna get a little irritated. Okay, what's too many times? Because he probably gonna watch this. It needs to be like at least, depending on how many pictures he got, it needs to be at least like 3 rows in between. Okay. I don't want to see the picture on the same row with a different shirt. Okay. Or on the next row. So are you paying attention to the shoes too? Hell yeah. Are you looking at the nigga's socks? Are you looking at the socks? If you wear the socks too many times.
Yes, because socks is like drawers.
Yeah.
You should have a lot of socks. And
Yeah,
if
facts.
I don't like white socks. I don't like white socks.
Man, don't look at my socks. Wait, she don't look at my socks though. Look at on gray socks. Huh?
I don't like white socks, but I had to make an exception for white socks.
Why?
Because the whole little 90s look came back where people wore the little socks with the shoes.
Yeah,
that kind of ad came back.
Yeah.
And I had to buy some white socks.
Okay.
So I was like, I can't really judge, but I still don't want to see, if it's not for like style, then I don't want to see no white socks.
Oh man. Okay, well don't wear no white socks around Gina.
Because I feel like how you got the color coordination with the gray and sweats and stuff, it match.
Oh, okay.
But if a nigga just out here with some like black pants on and some white socks, it's a little weird. See, look, I didn't have no blue socks. So I didn't wear no socks.
She looking for the tire marks in the socks. You know what I'm saying?
But that's just one of my little things. The first thing I look at for sure is shoes, and then I'll be in their teeth.
Oh man, that's a big one.
I get a nigga ears.
Oh yeah.
I don't like nubs. I be on their hands.
Yeah.
You know, people like fingers be like right here.
Oh yeah. But see, you might have a football player like that though.
I can't fuck with it. It'll creep me out. You seen Scary Movie 2?
Yeah, with the dude with the retarded head.
That's how I feel with
my germs. Yeah, bro.
That's how nubs.
But see, that was exceptionally nasty right there. That was disgusting the way bro did that. He had the whole table sick. So okay. So we gonna
Kofi hands look like that.
Yeah.
I'll make an exception.
Oh, so Kofi get the exception. Oh, okay. Hey Kofi. Kofi, she gonna want you if you in a wheelchair, bro. Yeah. She gonna go ahead and take care of you like yeah, she's crazy for that. That's funny, but no, okay, I'll say one thing that one thing I noticed was a turn off for me on a woman was the toes. If the feet,
not done or ugly?
If the feet are ugly, I can take them not done, but they gotta be clean, they gotta be right. Mm-hmm. But if the feet are not done, I'm talking about no paint, looking like you've been dancing in wood, I don't want that. You know what I'm saying? And I learned that, I had a girlfriend in high school, and one day she came with the...
Don't take her back to high school.
Oh, no, that was when it hit me. That's when I understood. Uh-huh. I looked at her feet one day. She had the open toe jugs on. Man, I said, "Oh man, I can't mess with her no more." It hurt my soul to see I liked everything else but her feet, and it just destroyed everything.
That'll fuck you up.
Yeah, it was never the same.
Traumatizing.
It was never the same. And ever since then, I gotta look at the feet. I gotta look at the nails. Behind it, I mean, you know, you got to smell behind the ear, but it ain't like you finna just walk up to a girl and smell behind the ear.
I look behind the ear like that.
Oh, what are you looking for behind the ear?
To see if it's dirty. No, I look on the inside.
Oh, for sure, yeah, facts.
To see if it's dirty.
Yeah, that's the truth.
Because I just want to, because I feel like if your ear dirty, then the bottom of your feet probably dirty.
Oh, yeah.
Because when you get, dudes especially, like, y'all are able to get all up in everything because you don't have no hair.
Yeah.
You know, we got girls got to be careful.
Yeah.
But like I would imagine, like, I've never been a man, so I don't know how y'all shower, but I would imagine that y'all over extra boom, 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 get behind the ear, in the ear, and all of that. I feel like dudes is more like, I feel like women are like more neat cleaners, and guys is more like messy cleaners. Yeah. So y'all probably going crazy with the soap. You might have soap on your head. You didn't wash your hair, but you might have soap on your head and stuff. Yeah. So I would imagine that y'all getting in the ear. And if you didn't get in the ear, you probably didn't get under the feet.
Nah, I don't get in my ears, but I clean my feet. I don't dig up in my ears.
But you gonna get a Q-tip.
I don't have to do that.
What you doing?
You can look at my ear. My ears. Now listen. Listen. You are thirsty. She said the ear pods. No, she did not. No, you didn't. No, she didn't. Them ear pods expose you. Them ear pods gonna get you exposed real quick. If a girl say, "Let me see your ear pods," and you ain't got them clean, you about to lose her. It's a wrap. She said, "Let me see the ear pods." She different. She's real different. Let me see the ear pod. I can't believe. Next question. Okay, she's talking about some ear pod. Hey, no cap, no. Yeah, I've opened up the ear pods and saw some stuff. I said, damn.
I sent a nigga back to his maker.
Not the ear pod. Not the ear pod. Woo, she's wrong for that. She is entirely wrong. Woo, them ear pods expose you, boy. Ear pods expose you. She ain't right. Can't believe she said that. But That's funny as hell. But you know what, man? If you looking to get at Gina, she already told you what she's standing for. You ain't got you. She don't want the dirty ears. You know what I'm saying? You can't wear no white socks. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you know what I'm saying? You gotta come right. You know what I mean? You gotta,
Kofi.
Yeah, okay, Kofi. See, Kofi the only nigga that get the pass. It's a nigga like that for every woman. It's Kofi for her.
Because he fine. God took his time when he made Kofi. Like, I truly believe, like, he took his time in the way he, you know, got the beard, the eyes, the fucking complexion.
I'm not gonna indulge too much in that because I'm not that type of dude. But shout out to Kofi. She wants you, bro. She waiting on you, you know what I mean? She gonna stop everything for you, Kofi. Come get her, man. She waiting on you. Somebody come get her. You know what I mean? She gonna be dancing like a stripper on me. He probably gonna see Kofi, and it's gonna be that movie scene where everything's zoned into Kofi. That's all you see.
The thing about it, because Salas had made a comment.
Shout out to big homie Salas, yeah.
He like, I can't wait until I introduce you to him, until I even like get y'all in the same room. Like, I want to know how you gonna react. Yeah. And you know, I'm funny and shit. I'm not gonna speak to that man.
Why not?
I'm not.
Why?
Because I'm not.
Because I'm not.
Because that's weird.
You serious as hell, but why though?
I don't know.
You done already put it out in the universe.
Yeah, but this is just for the gram. Like, if I see him in person, like if he walked in right now, I'm gonna do this. So what were you saying?
I mean, okay, but is it gonna be a response to your nervousness? Or
I probably am gonna be super freaking nervous.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I just like, what the fuck do you say? I don't want to be your fan moment. When, you know, I don't want to be one of your fan stories.
Yeah. See, you're not going to ask that nigga for no picture or nothing.
Yeah, like, I don't know what, you seen the video when the girl was proposing to Rick Ross in the club?
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to be one of your fan stories. Like, this girl one time. You know? I actually, so Fabulous is my favorite rapper, and I used to have like this big like obsession with Fab. Like, not on the like Kofi shit, but like I used to like really like
the bars,
like I love Fabulous, like, and this when I was working at I was working at Staples Center. I used to work at Staples Center as an usher, and it was the BET Awards. And they know that, you know, I did media and stuff like that. So they said, we're going to put you at the door so you're able to run into, you know, like you can see all the celebrities. And, you know, I have a story about that too.
Okay.
But another story, but we don't get to that.
All right.
So Fabulous freaking walks up. He get out the car. He walk on the carpet. He taking all the pictures and stuff. And like, I like I had like.
She damn near did it just now.
Yeah. I see him, and he probably like, he's not even this close. Like, he's like way far, but I know Fab, you know? So like, I see him like, oh my God, like it's Fabulous, like, act normal. And I'm like, I'm look at my phone, fix my hair, whatever, put my lip gloss on or whatever, and I'm like, okay. He get closer and closer. It was like on a scary movie, like, dun, 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 dun. And it was like, he was like walking up, and something in my mind said, hi.
Oh my God, you didn't go into hiding in front of that dude.
I hid.
You serious?
I hid. So it was like a little fake little bush right there. And I kind of like went behind the bush and I just hid. Remind you, I'm supposed to be checking tickets.
Oh man.
I'm supposed to be making sure they got their credentials to walk in. I done let about 4 or 5 people in before Fab.
Oh man.
So I'm hiding. So he come up and I guess he probably saw me standing there before, you know, I moved out the way. So when I'm standing behind the bush, like he come up and he goes, like, and kind of like, look. So I said, hi. He said, hi. I said, can I see a ticket? So then he went like that. He showed me a ticket. And I said, you're my favorite rapper. And then he was like, thank you. And then he walked in. But like, I've said from that point forward, like, I don't want to be nobody's fan story.
Bro, wait. See, that's probably one of the worst fears is having a weird moment, having a weirdo moment in front of somebody. Oh man, I see when I get around these people, I be like, damn, don't do nothing weird. Don't be a weirdo. Just be normal. Don't be a weirdo. And then sometimes I feel like I do weird stuff anyway.
Doing weird shit.
Yeah, it's just like, bro, like the more you try to avoid it, the more it happens. Because it's like, nigga, just be you, bro. Just be you. Like, that's funny deal. She tucked away and still got caught. That nigga said, that's funny as hell. That is hilarious. So okay, so when you working at the Staples Center, you seeing all these people, is that like further making you like, man, I gotta be here? Is that doing it more for you even more?
Yes, and Staples Center was, I think I said I was working at Walmart when I was doing all that running around. I was actually working at Staples Center, and the call center.
Okay.
I did work at Walmart. I got fired at gunpoint. Got robbed by gunpoint. It was
Are you serious? And they fired you?
Yeah, they got rid of me. Whatever.
Oh wow.
But
that's cold. They gonna fire you when you just had a traumatic experience.
Very traumatic experience.
Yeah.
But so that's why I'm saying that to say I worked at Walmart and Ross, and then the hospital, Staples Center, the call center, and then I dropped Staples Center and the hospital, and then boom, it was just all call center once I had got promoted. Just want to clear that up.
For the record.
Anyway, it was a lot of shit.
Yeah.
Anyway, when I would be on those red carpets and like even like at the door taking tickets or even on the inside of the arena watching the shows on and stuff, like I would feel regular.
Okay.
Like, and I would be, it's, you know, sitting there and stuff like, I'm not fucking made for this.
Right,
like,
right.
I'm not made, like the teacher had told me, like, you are supposed to be on camera. You're supposed to be working. You're supposed to be doing stuff. And like, even down to when people would be coming in at the basketball games and stuff, like celebrities, and they'd be on the floor. One day I had just took my cap and gown pictures and my face was like beat. And I remember all the celebrities was like staring at me. I'm sure it's because I look fucking weird with this damn suit on and a beat face. Like,
what you mean beat? Like makeup beat or like beat?
Yeah,
like
okay. Beat.
Okay,
like I got like
your skin tone was different on your face than your body?
Like it looked like a photo shoot.
Yeah.
And you know, but like I remember a lot of people staring at me. And
that's funny as hell. I just thought about the song. It's a photo shoot. It's on me.
And like it's like I'm sitting here taking orders and like you know, like I just didn't feel like that shit was for me. Like I'm at the biggest entertainment arena in California, and I work as a fucking usher. Man. Like, no, I'm supposed to be on the spotlight, you know? And one day, it was the last BET Awards that I worked. And I was at the same spot because they had put me there every year, knowing that, you know, so I can meet people and stuff. And so, have you seen Being Mary Jane?
Probably didn't pay much attention to it.
So Being Mary Jane is a show that came on BET with Gabrielle Union. She had a best friend on the show, a light-skinned dude. He was walking the red carpet with his kids. And as I'm standing at the door, I checked their tickets, and the daughter said, "Why aren't you in there doing interviews?" And I was like, huh?
Me? For real?
And she said, "Gina, I know who you are.
Yeah.
G-Expo TV.
Yeah.
And I was like, what? Like, 'cause this is a celebrity's daughter, you know,
Right.
like, and I was like, do we know each other? Like, well, she said, no, I see you. I see everything that you do. You do the ciphers, da, 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 and she read me. And I was like, she said, you supposed to be in there, not out here. And I was just like, damn, like, that was just like, you know, like, for you to notice me. Fast forward, same exact day, just a few hours later, they had kicked all the media people off the red carpet. Okay. People was walking out recognizing me. Oh,
Wow.
you Gina, da, 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 I didn't know you work here, you like it here and stuff, you know, like that's so dope. Oh, what's up, da, 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 da. I want to get you on my show. Like, I'm in my uniform, like, you know, and it was just like, oh, this is like,
no, what I'm doing is working.
And because I always get, like, it always catches me by surprise when people recognize me. Like, that's just period. But especially at something like that. Because I'm looking at all these media to be like above me and probably don't even know, you know, that I exist. It was one girl came to me, she said she was from fucking Atlanta. And
she knew about you.
And she knew, she knew about me. So it's like a telling, it's very telling, and it's like, again, like reassuring that I'm doing everything right. But like it just blew my mind that I'm here and I want to be in there, but they know.
And they know you. And see, you got a famous quote, God did not make me to be regular.
God,
you know, and I know, you know, you said one day you was at work dealing with angry customers and you was like, God did not make me to be regular. At a certain point, you decided that you needed to take a vacation. And during that vacation, you like, I gotta find a way to replace my 9 to 5, and I've been there too, but it didn't work. It didn't work like it did for you. But you know, you gotta find you gotta find something to replace your 9 to 5, and boom, the blue face situation. Now, one thing about it that I understand is that when you putting in the work and you grinding, success is gonna find you. So when that happened for you, Because you didn't know him at all, right? That was your first time ever. So what was that moment like walking into there? Of course, you didn't expect that at all.
Yeah.
What was that moment like for you?
So his tour manager, I think it was, had invited me to the video shoot. And of course, we all know who Blueface is.
Yeah,
We've talked about him on Mad lately, like countless amounts of times. We actually wanted him to be our first guest on the show. So we have been trying to book him. And by this time, I think we probably were like maybe 30 or we're probably like close to 30 episodes in already. But he was somebody we've been wanting on the show, as well as his artist. And we were leaving the show one night, and like I said, like people will invite me to stuff, but I get like super tired. I live further, like I don't live close to how everybody live, like in LA or in the Valley. Like I live way far, so I just, you know, I don't be fucking feeling like going to stuff. Like it's the drive home, and one thing about me, I'm gonna go home. Yeah,
he's like, I'm gonna go home. I'm gonna turn it in.
I'm gonna turn it in. My daddy told me to get my ass to the house. I'm gonna go to the house. Yeah. But I didn't, like, even that day, like I didn't feel like going. But Gabe and Vic,
shout out Rosecrans Vic.
Yeah, they were like, oh, we about to go to Blueface video shoot. So I'm like, dang, somebody else told me to come. Like, you know, so I said, I'm gonna go too. Like I'm gonna pull up with y'all, whatever. So we got there. I think Vic and Gabe were already there. They were actually in the video, like they was a part of the crowd. And I kind of walked up by myself. So his manager stopped me, his tour manager stopped me, and he was like, what's up, Gina, whatever, thank you for coming, da 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 da. So he was like, come meet Blue. And I was like, nah.
Wait, why you say nah?
Because they was filming.
Oh, okay.
But even still, like I said, I like to just sit back and observe and stuff. You know, like I'm not a person who, like, I just want to walk up to you and meet you and stuff like that. Yeah. Like, and then I know that you might be tired of meeting people. Yeah, you know, you could be tired of fucking meeting people and smiling, because I'll be tired of fucking smiling and shit.
Yeah.
Like, socializing a job. You know, sometimes you want to have a straight face.
Yeah, like, but because people got to understand y'all still human at the end of the day.
Yeah.
So you dealing with problems with your mom, your little brother tripping. Yeah. You probably got a kid.
And I gotta come here like this.
Yeah, facts. On me, and I gotta take a picture with you.
Yeah,
so, you know, I get that.
It's like not no stuck up shit. I'm just tired. So I could identify with that. So when he was like, "Come on, come meet," I'm like, "Nah, he filming. They got, you know, like it's shit going on."
Right.
And he was like, "Man, bring your ass over here and come meet him." So I said, "Okay, I'll wait till they done with the scene." He said, "You're gonna come now." Yeah. So
bring that ass here, boy.
Somebody had to pull me, you know, fortunately, because if he would have, shout out to Bravo, if he would have never did that, then I would have never fucking, you know, got the opportunity.
That's right.
But so I walk up to him, and Bravo was like, Blue, meet Gina, this Gina Views, she do no jumper, whatever. And then he introduced me to his artist and then another girl that was on the first season of his show. And I've been a fan of the show too. Right, yeah, his show is dope. So, you know, we shook hands, whatever, that was it. Probably like, I want to say maybe like 20 minutes later, they're doing another scene. And now I'm standing with Vic and Gabe. So it's Vic, me, and Gabe, and we just standing here looking like thumbnail. And Blueface walks up to us. So when he walked up, he said, "What's up with the show?" So we like, huh? Like, oh, he know who we are. Yeah. You know, like he knows, like, granted, his manager had just introduced us, said, "This Gina, she doing a jumper," but you knew who we were as a unit, you know? So he was like, you know, what's up with the show? So Vic ended up saying, like, "Man, we been trying to get y'all on the show. Like, what's up? Pull up. We want her too." You know, talking about the artist. So as they talking or whatever, I said, "What's up with season 2?" Because he had just did season 1 of the Blue Girls Club. I said, "What's up with season 2?" Like, and I said, as a matter of fact, I want to do the reunion for season 1. Like, you know, what's up?
Yeah, you shot your shot though. So
then he was like, "I'm probably not gonna do no reunion." And that's when I said, "Well, what's up with season 2?" And then he was like, "Shit, I need somebody to do the confessionals." Okay. So I'm like, "Oh, that's an easy call or whatever, you know." So I would say in the process of us doing, like, you know, talking about doing the confessionals and like different meetings and stuff, he would ask me to do certain shit. So he ended up asking, like, "Can you come up with an agenda for 21 days? Can you find 15 bathing suits? can you know, like just different stuff. Can you find some people who want to donate clothes, like, you know, for promotions for the show? Can you find this? Can you find that? You know, nail techs. You know. And then like in the midst of that, he, I guess, unconsciously, he probably realized that I was resourceful, and he was just like, I don't even want you to do the confessionals no more. Like, I need you as like my assistant. Like, I just need you to be the you know, the female there or whatever. And shit, it went from there. Now we at season 3.
That's just crazy as a mug. That just like she said, she ain't planning.
I didn't even plan it. And then in the midst of that, so remember I said that the customer cussed me out. She did all that shit or whatever, and I was like, I need a vacation, because I had not taken a vacation within the whole 2 years, I think it was. I had not taken a vacation, so I was like, I need to take a fucking vacation. Like, this why I need a break from this, you know, like they cussing me out. I don't care about y'all. I don't give one fuck about you.
Man, that's the biggest thing. You don't care about the job. You don't care about them. It's like, bro,
it's just work.
Yeah,
it's just work. When I clock out, it doesn't exist. Like, and I was like, I'm about to take a vacation. Oh no! So then he started the show. So I knew because he lives really far. So for me to have to be there every day, it was no way that I could work, you know, while the show was filming. So he gave me the dates, and then I just scheduled my vacation within like the first week of filming. And then I just set it up to where I didn't need to be there every day. I could come right after work or whatever. But that's pretty much how it happened. And he look out, like, you know, it's cool.
It's the connections. It's the connections that you make. And like they say, bring value. That's a real big thing. You got to bring value. Now, around the time Rosecrans Vic and they started to put together Mad Lately, you had actually got a call from AD prior to Rosecrans Vic calling you.
Yeah. So actually, way before that. So when did COVID start? 2020.
Damn, I don't know if it's 2019 or 2020.
2020.
Yeah,
it's all a blur.
Yeah, for real. Facts.
Well, a few months, I would say, maybe not even a few months, probably like a month before COVID hit. AD had called me and said Adam is looking for personalities, to add on to the show. So he said, come up here and we're gonna do a stream where we listening to people music or whatever. So I said, all right, boom, pulled up. COVID happened, didn't hear nothing else. It just like everything, you know, it just shut down, whatever. The world shut down. So now the world's sort of opening back up, and AD called me and said, hey, I'm about to get my own show on No Jumper, and I want you to be my co-host. They said I can have whoever I want. So I said, cool, like, you know, of course. Then within like the next day or something, Vic called me and was like, hey, Adam just called me and offered me a show. Oh, you want to know what's so crazy too? So in like 2018, I think it was, Adam posted that he needed media personalities, and a bunch of people was tagging me. And then he ended up hitting me up, and then something happened to where he like moved offices and stuff, so we like never called back up about it. Yeah. But then boom, AD called. So when Vic called me, I let him know, like, dang, that's crazy, like, because AD just called me too, saying that, you know.
You a hot commodity, right? They like, yeah, we got to get her. Somebody got to get her.
No plan for it. Like, had no idea that, you know, like, whatever. But, yeah, so Vic told me to pull up or whatever. AD told me to pull up. Me and Vic ended up doing a photo shoot. And then during that same week, they end up getting a social media. So the job that I do now, they have somebody else there doing it. So they wanted to put her on camera too. Okay. So they ended up just putting her on AD show, and then I just ended up doing Vic show. It made more sense or whatever at the time. And then shit, that's how it happened. But like stuff like that, like I've known AD since I even started the Cyphers, and he's always been somebody that's like very supportive, very fucking genuine, like, and I just truly believe in, like, when you are real and you genuine, like, shit is going to come back to you. Like, you're going to get blessings back. People are going to share their blessings with you. Facts. And because, like I said, I've been knowing AD for how long? You haven't seen AD on one Cypher. I didn't do an interview with him. He is on the intro, though, of GXPO TV, but that's because I ran into him somewhere. But, like, when you keep putting the work in and you constantly are grinding, like, people are gonna fuck with you. Like, it's certain people who gonna see it and they gonna look out. That's why, like I said, you never fucking do people wrong. Like, you don't know when you're gonna need somebody.
Yeah.
I didn't know I needed AD, but I ended up needing them.
Right.
You know, like,
and that's the same thing too, because Reason to TDE would actually go on to pay for your very first show.
Yes. So Reason is somebody else who is like hella fucking supportive in like whatever the fuck I do. Like, I can call him. I just text him right now, sent him a screenshot, some shit I seen on Instagram, and said, "Hey, plug me."
Yeah.
All right, I got you. Send me the text back like you good.
Yeah.
So,
just like that.
Yeah, just like that.
That's beautiful.
And Reason is an example of somebody. It's like, you help me, I'm gonna help you. I help you, you help me. Like, we really fucking help each other and like lift each other up. Reason probably feel like what I did was like very instrumental in his career for him, but I feel like what he did was instrumental in my career, because his skill and his talent, it showed that I had a good ear for music.
That's right.
So just imagine the ciphers without no reason.
Yeah.
He actually said that in one of the ciphers.
Oh, for real? Yeah.
What's the cipher without reason? Shit.
Yeah,
I mean, that's like Roscoe's without, like.
He had to pop his shit
he
one time.
He said that, and it's like, that's real shit. What's the cipher without reason? Like, the shit probably, like, granted, I probably could have found somebody who, you know, could rap and stuff like that, but Reason brought like a different, Reason brought rap. Reason was rapping. Like, you know, I say niggas is not rapping. Like, Reason was like rapping. He brought like that element that I needed. Granted, everybody was rapping, but Reason was like rapping. Like, you know. So even if I like did the ciphers and I fucking didn't have Reason, they probably wouldn't have sounded that good. I'm just being honest, you know. Like, they probably wouldn't have sounded that good. Would they have been good? They still would have been a moment. They still would have been great for, you know, the city. But like I said, he probably think that I was like more instrumental in like his career and stuff, as far as like getting his like street cred and stuff like that, because everybody started fucking with him. But he made me look good. Yeah. He made me look good because it was like, boom, I got this hot ass nigga on here rapping, he gassing, he got all these quotable bars, everybody posting it and stuff like that. This shit sound crazy, because what they saying is, look at the dude Reason on the G Expo cipher. Right. You know, like the girl, that's the girl that, you know, like that's the girl who be doing the cipher. She got Reason on there or whatever. She got a nigga named Reason on there. So it kind of made me sound good. You know, like it was like, I do got a good ear for music.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Yeah. But like with Reason on there, like, you know, it just said something. I think it stamped me as being a credible source to find good talent.
And that's all it takes is one. You ain't got to find 10 million of them. You just find one. And that one will go a long way. Now, in 2019, you're going to present G Expo TV to bigger companies, right? And then that's when you have these conversations where a guy tells you your personality isn't there. And he starts to criticize the different artists and things like that.
Oh, yeah.
So, Surviving R. Kelly comes out, because we about to get up into this HOEFESSIONS. Y'all dig what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So, Surviving R. Kelly comes out January 3rd, 2019, right? And your friends are calling you with different stories. And you, of course, have that influence from Cheryl Strawberry Letter. And so you think to yourself, what if I try this? What if I do something like this? We get HOEFESSIONS first episode, September 10th, 2019. How was it for you to be able to, did you? One
thing you got is that fucking timeline.
I
need the timeline.
Them dates. Hey, look, them dates.
I don't even got the timeline. When you said 106 and Park ended on this day, you dropped something like,
listen, them dates are very important. Them dates are so important. I got to keep the timeline just to make sure I keep myself on track. Because that's for real. Them dates, you know what I'm saying? That's very important. Now, I got to ask you, do you, when you shoot the HOEFESSIONS, do you shoot it like a couple of times before you post it? Or do you just, or is it always just one shot post?
I have to shoot it, so I shoot myself reading it for the first time.
Okay.
And then I'll shoot it over, because when I'm reading it for the first time, I'm kind of mentally doing a spell check, you know, checking for grammar check. So you might not get you might get me a little confused or something like that. You know, that doesn't translate well on camera.
Gotcha.
On camera, it look like I can't read.
Well, no, I never took that.
No, but that's because you ain't see the first take.
Oh, okay.
So
Okay.
If you see me spell checking it mid-read, then it's like, damn, bitch, sound it out. You get what I'm saying? Because I might be trying to figure something out. So, what I would do, just because I do want to still capture like my first initial reaction to hearing the story. I do record it that first time. If it's good and I didn't find any errors or anything like that, then I'm good to put it out. But the takes all depend on how it's written.
Okay, so how many DMs would you say that you get to basically people just shooting their stories? How many of those DMs would you say that you get?
The DMs actually stopped because I think people didn't want to be identified.
Okay, but you don't identify them.
I don't, but I still think they don't want me to know. People are ashamed of their truth.
For sure.
People are ashamed of their truth. Yeah. So the only time that people do identify themselves, and I feel like sometimes they be wanting me to know who they are, know who the person is that they talking about.
So will they DM you like off of fake Instagram?
They used to.
Okay.
Initially. I get some people who are really bold and they'll send it to me from their page, but they might say, "Oh, this is my homegirl story."
Nah, cap.
So I've had people create fake pages as well, and then send it to me. But for the most part, most of the submissions are via email.
Okay.
And I'm never gonna go search the email and find out who the fuck
all that.
So Walker is.
That's too much.
I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't care. I just want the story to be good. So there have been times where there would be people like where they want me to know, who they are and stuff. And if the story is too like, you can tell if it's like blah 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 that live on this street, his social security number, like if it's too descriptive, I'll either remove it or I just won't read the story at all. Because then I feel like you sent it with a different type of motive, And I don't
you got some payback or something in your mind.
I don't want to be involved in none of that.
Yeah, I understand.
I'm not here for that.
Yeah. So, okay, if you get, what's the selection process for the stories that you decide to put out there?
They just have to be good. They have to be good. They have to be written well, and there has to be a lesson within the story. So, like I said, I use everything as a learning experience. So even when I read the stories, I put myself in that position to say, like, if I went through this, what am I learning from this?
Okay.
Because I don't want people to just watch HOEFESSIONS and feel like, oh, this is just some drama or gossip and stuff like that. Like there's a lesson in every story. And like the last one I did, the girl said that her homegirl told her she needed to freeze the condom.
Yeah, facts. That was wild.
So she went and she said, "I'm getting pregnant tonight." She was gonna trap the nigga, and then due to how her night went, she forgot to even do it. Bitch, that's what you get.
Cause she got mashed up before.
Yeah,
that's wild.
That's good that she fucking forgot.
Yeah, for sure. Cause that nobody want to deal with that anyway. You gonna freeze my condom? What you mean? She said she forgot to get the condom from him. Come on, man.
Yeah,
that's different. See, that's scary. That's scary.
It's like it's a lesson within every. And granted, nothing bad happened to her, but it was still like she noticed she forgot to fucking. She forgot to do it. Like she didn't do it. So, and then I try to include a feminine hygiene tip within every story as well. But like, I'll try to give game too, like within the stories or whatever. Like I said, I put myself in a situation because I read it as if it's one of my homegirls talking to me. This one of my homegirls telling me, she did something, and I tell my homegirl, quick, bitch, you tripping.
Nah. well, how much more fun did you have once you started to do the HOEFESSIONS, because that was more so your true personality coming out? How much more fun did you have with that?
I had a lot more fun because I feel like I could be free and then I could be me. Like versus when I'm doing the ciphers or like interviewing a person, it's just me being the homegirl, which I'm the homegirl in HOEFESSIONS too, but I'm more like of a tomboy when it comes to like the rap shit. So HOEFESSIONS allowed me to like show my sexy. Like I didn't even know I was sexy. I didn't know that I had a little sex appeal. Okay,
so people start telling you that
you
were sexy?
People start telling me you look good. I'm like, you damn right I
mean, well, because you know the way that you dress is free. You got your panties on, you got your bras on time, you got the hair done up, the lip gloss popping, you know what I'm saying, the earrings, you got your drink going, so you feeling yourself a little bit more. You know, so all of that is very appealing. And I mean, you not only capture the attention of women, but you capture the attention of men. It's like, damn, who is she?
I think that person on HOEFESSIONS is more relatable.
Okay.
Than the person that's doing, you know, the music stuff. Like, I think I'm way more relatable on there because it's your homegirl talking to you.
Yeah, it shows a different side.
Yeah,
completely different
exactly.
side. Yeah. So you say you also dealt with criticism. You've dealt with people being judgmental about that. So when you deal with that, how does that make you feel? And you know, initially, what do you think that needs to happen after that?
I kind of accept it as like, I am everybody's homegirl or little sis or whatever. Like, so when people see me, they expect me to always be little sis. Yeah. So yeah, they don't. And I think about it with myself. We was just at Thanksgiving. My little cousin, my little brother had dipped off to go smoke. And when they came back, I said, the fuck was y'all doing? Smoking? Like, you know, but it's like, yeah, they're my younger siblings, but they're fucking grown. You know, like, they grown as fuck. Like, people age.
Yeah, facts.
It's a part of evolution.
Facts, that's,
you know?
Yeah, hell yeah, for sure.
So I take it as that. Like, it's no different than when you see, like, fucking, my wife and kids, or, like, childhood, children celebrities. When they grow up, you're like, oh my God, it's kind of like you expect them to be kids forever. And people who are like surprised by the HOEFESSOR.
The HOEFESSOR. Yes, sir.
I just take it as that this is not the perception of me that you have in your head.
Gotcha.
And you probably expect me to be the perception that you have of me in your head. Also, what Salas had made me realize, because initially when I first even started working with Salas, he gave me his honest opinion on HOEFESSIONS. He didn't want me to not blackball myself, but not fuck up my name too early.
Okay, got you.
Like I'm not far enough yet to fuck up my name and be able to, you know, like come back from it. I would, you know, in so many words, that's pretty much what our conversation was about. But at that time, I had slowed down on the ciphers, and I was only doing Mad Lately. So it was no ciphers, it was no GXPO TV or anything like that. It was just HOEFESSIONS and Mad Lately. Now I'm doing the ciphers, No Jumper, HOEFESSIONS, and West Coast Confidential. So all of that mashed together, HOEFESSIONS is not overshadowing everything else that I'm doing, so it doesn't look too bad. You know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't look too bad. And then once you actually watch the show and see that, because initially, like you said earlier, you thought it was my story.
Yeah, on me. I walked into my fiance watching it, and I might have walked in on it 3 times. It probably like weeks apart, whatever. Yeah. And I'm like, damn, this girl was a hoe.
Yeah.
She going through a whole lot. And that's when she broke down to me. No, it's people's stories.
People send them.
Yeah.
But you would get that idea by walking in, seeing me in my panties, hearing what I'm saying, and I'm drinking and shit. You know, that's the idea that you would get.
Yeah, fact.
So without context, which Salas had said, I'm like, dang, this makes so much sense. Without context, it's hard to explain what the fuck. It's hard to understand what HOEFESSIONS is without context. So imagine having to explain something like that to like a corporation or whatever, where they're just looking at the Instagram and seeing, oh my gosh, she's sharing her sexual experiences. Before they actually click the video, hear the typing, see the title of it. Hey y'all, what's up? Da, 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 da. I have this anonymous story from, blah, you know, like
the whole breakdown.
Exactly, but people are not going to look into like I said, without context, it's very hard to understand. But when you go, I feel like now when you look at my Instagram, you see so much different content that it's like, oh, she does a lot of shit. You get what I'm saying? So you might be like, well, what the fuck is this right here? You know? But also I think with that and what I had like took from me and Sal's conversation was just to kind of clean it up a little bit. So not, because we were even discussing changing the whole name. Okay. So I used to have a radio show called Panty Drawer. And that's the show that I said we was paying rent for. And basically the theme of the show was for us to just discuss things that females keep to themselves, or that people are like ashamed to talk about. Because your panty drawer is a drawer that don't nobody know what's in there.
Yeah, I'm go up in there.
You know? So that was like the theme of the show. So I had told Silas one day, like, what you think about, because we discussed a rebrand for HOEFESSIONS, and that's why you see that it's not much.
It was a big gap.
It was a large gap between me doing HOEFESSIONS, and I'll probably do it like every 3 months. And when I had told him about panty drawer, he was just like, I think you've branded HOEFESSIONs enough and you do enough now that you don't even need to do it, because it doesn't overshadow everything else that you do. At that time, HOEFESSIONs was overshadowing everything, to where people thought I forgot about the ciphers. Oh, you don't fucking do ciphers no more, you just sit in your panties and read sex stories, you forgot about where you started and stuff like that, you know? So now it's like you see everything. I think it looks, you know, like it looks better.
It's balanced out, because when I think about you, I don't think of HOEFESSIONs.
Yeah.
I don't think about that. Like, HOEFESSIONs is a second though. You know what I'm saying? So I got to ask you also, what made you start to dress like that?
On HOEFESSIONs?
Yeah, what made you start to do that?
Cause you gotta like match it, like, cause this is me 24/7.
Yeah.
Like hoodie, sweats, hat, whatever, glasses. That's me. This is how I'm most comfortable. When I even like thought about the theme of HOEFESSIONs and what I wanted to be. Well, first, like you brought up, Surviving R. Kelly came out, and my initial idea for the show was for me to stand behind the camera and have girls tell their sexual experiences.
Oh yeah, that wasn't gonna work.
Like Vlad, the way Vlad has it set up.
Yeah.
And that was just off the strength of watching Surviving R. Kelly. So then I thought, like, well, it'll be more, it probably will be more like discreet if I have people send the stories in, rather than just having their faces on camera and then, you know, because like those women on Surviving R. Kelly, they probably, not to say they're like embarrassed, but I'm sure they got a lot of backlash and probably people contacting them.
You already know they did.
Your face is out there now and stuff. So I said I needed a way for this to be more discreet, but I need to also show my personality. Like, what's the best way I could do this? And I had thought, like, well, shit, Cheryl Strawberry used to read fan letters every morning, and we never knew what them people looked like or, you know, anything. She'd give her advice.
They wouldn't even tell what city they was from.
Yeah, right. I'm like, I can do that, but how is this going to look good? How is this going to be appealing on screen? I gotta damn near be naked. Like, you know, like I have to damn near, cause then the thought had came about was like, well, where am I going to shoot this at? Am I going to rent out a space? And then, because when I started it, I was still roommating. So that's where the first 40 stories, or where I was living at first. And then I moved to the living room at my new house. But I was thinking, it's like, so how can I do this to where it's less cost effective? Film from my phone, do it in my room. It's intimate. It's like, now I'm welcoming y'all into my home. Honestly, everybody knows what the fuck my living room and bedroom look like, you know?
Yeah, your bedroom is just perfect. I mean, it's
Thank
perfect.
you.
The pillows, the color of the room, man, that bedroom is perfect.
Thank you.
Like, damn, her room is clean. On the real.
So yeah, like, and then I said, well, what the fuck am I gonna wear? So like, I'm a t-shirt and thong type of girl. Like, when I'm kicking it with a dude, that's what I'm wearing. Maybe some socks or something like that, but that's how I'm like, you know, like most comfortable or whatever. And shit, I was just like, it's the most least cost effective. I don't gotta buy no clothes.
That's true. Shoot, because you see, I'm shooting my interviews on my iPhone.
Yeah.
And I got a mic.
I don't gotta buy no clothes. I don't gotta hire nobody. I don't have to rent a space. Like, this is the best way that I can do it. And it's like I said, it's the least cost effective. And initially though, I had just put the first episode out just to see like how people would fuck with it or whatever. And then I asked, like, would y'all rather see me in my room, or would y'all, and then I did one at a space, so I rented out. Would y'all rather see me in my room, or do y'all want to see me in a space? Would y'all rather see me with pajamas on and a robe, or would y'all rather see me, you know, with a thong on and stuff? And I got real feedback. Like, no, you need to have this on because it's da-da-da-da-da. Or if you do put pajamas on, it needs to be your pajamas. And that's why I end up getting the onesies. Like, because people will tell me, like, you need to, if you wearing pajamas, it needs to be your pajamas. But if it's not, you need to just do, you know, what you've been doing.
Okay, so is that why you got the HOEFESSIONS clothing?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Okay, gotcha. Because y'all click that link in our bio, get you some HOEFESSIONS clothing.
Yes, HOEFESSIONS.com.
Yeah.
But that all came from like me just getting feedback. So it was, and then I do that a lot. Like, do y'all prefer to hear the stories with an instrumental underneath, or do y'all prefer it to just be a cappella, you know? So I would do that a lot, and I would get a lot of like good feedback, and that's what I would shape HOEFESSIONS around, what people, what they wanted. Like I asked them, what do y'all want? Like, you know? Because I was just coming off the dome with HOEFESSIONS. It was
Well, that's the way it happens a lot of the time. Now I got to ask you, did it take you some time to get comfortable dressing like that in front of the camera? Because for some people it could be a process.
It didn't, because I was in my bedroom.
Okay, gotcha.
So if I needed to shoot where I was like in front of people and it was like an audience or a production, like a big production, then I would need time to get comfortable. But I feel like I wasn't revealing too much. Like, it's not like I'm wearing nipple covers.
Yeah. Now that's a different story right there.
I'm not wearing real lingerie. Like, it's just like a thong. It's a thick thong. It's not a G-string.
The one with the big waistband.
Yeah, it's a big waistband. It's damn near the granny panty version of the thong.
Yeah, for sure.
So it didn't, but I had already I've done photo shoots already like that.
Okay. For sure, because you had the photo shoot where like you was in a bathroom.
Yeah.
And you had on the red. Okay. Gotcha.
And then even like when I would, like my birthdays, like I don't have any clothes on my birthdays.
What do you mean you ain't got no clothes on your birthday?
Like I'm wearing like a string.
So when you go to the club on your birthday, you are stupid. You wearing a string, bro?
It's like a string.
She dumb, and she ain't got no shame in it either.
It's like cloth.
Okay.
Yeah, so I already like, I'm not gonna say like I dressed provocative already, but I already did the crop tops and like the see-through stuff, but I do it with sweatpants on. Or, you know, like if I had a hoodie, I'll probably crop it up. You know, I was already doing like the side boob and stuff like that. So I already did like a little bit of, you know, like provocative clothing, but I never like did it all the way. But of course I can't do it all the way because I'm outside.
That's right. I feel that. Now I ain't gonna let you get away without this. Now, Gina Views was at 7-Eleven, and she was on the phone FaceTime buying some condoms, and she was caught slipping. Okay. Now I want you to break down your process of thinking, because you couldn't be the slickest person in the world to be buying some goddamn condoms. You know what I'm saying? Right? So take us through this. What do you do? Why are you buying these condoms on the phone with this person that's well aware them condoms ain't for him? Why are you doing this? What's going on now?
I'm so mad you seen that episode of that lately. So for the record, this was not during you, sir.
I don't know who that sir is, but hey, it's not about you.
It's not about you.
Yeah.
Okay, so I was talking to somebody, and we have been talking on and off since we were 16.
Oh, that was a deep one.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So we had probably like talk, and we had never had sex. So we had probably like talk every now and then like one of us would get into a relationship, and then we'd like fall off. And then like more time would go by, and then we'd talk again, and then you know, like
that was a young situationship.
Yeah. So then we start talking as adults. So now we talking about like dates and stuff like that. Like it's getting like
she fucked up.
Now it's grown, you know. Like now we going out, like you know. But we didn't have sex or whatever.
Yeah.
So I had got to the point where like I didn't have sex for like a year.
Yeah.
I wasn't doing nothing. I wasn't fucking with nobody or anything. And I wanted to have sex with this person. Like I plotted it out in my head. Like I want to fuck him.
She put it all together. I know how that go.
So I said I will never bareback though.
Yeah.
Like I don't trust nobody with my life. So I said I'm about to just go to the store and get the condoms just in case he don't have condoms.
Damn, she said I'm gonna go get them myself. Okay.
Because I know I want to do it. I can't even believe I'm telling this story.
No, I can, because I found it. I found it, and I said I was gonna have her talk about this stuff.
So boom. So like I said, we talking. We like now we kicking it and shit. Like it's cool. We having movie night. Like this my boo, you know. But we have not fucking went to, what base is that? Whatever base that is, third base.
Third base, yeah.
We have not fucking went to third base. Yeah. Like, so I was like, I know I want to do it, but if I do it, like, I gotta fucking do it right. So I went to 7-Eleven, and I'm just like, just dumb. Like, I just do dumb shit sometimes. So I'm on the phone with somebody else who I like don't fucking take serious. He's a joke to me, like whatever. I don't care about him. Like, but we on the phone.
Yeah, he wasn't such a joke no more after that, huh?
Oh no, that nigga wasn't a joke after that. So we on.
It's funny how he was a joke at first.
So we on the phone and so I walk inside 7-Eleven and he like, why I haven't talked to you? So I'm like, oh, like I'm like, what's up? Like I'm good, I'm chilling. Yeah. What's up? You good? You straight? Yeah. What you doing? I'm like, I'm at 7-Eleven. You at the one by your house? I'm about to pull up right there.
Oh,
I'm
he was
like,
pressing.
Nah, I'm gonna pull up on you. Like, but I'm on my way to dude house.
To the other dude.
Yeah. So he said, so boom, so I go to so now I'm walking around the store, just trying to find shit to pick up because I'm on the phone now, you know? I couldn't even think what to get. Like, I go to the ice cream first, I'm like, well, that shit gonna melt.
Wait, was you trying to get the foreplay food?
No.
Oh, okay, I'm like, you should talk about the ice cream.
No, I was just looking for shit to pick up so I can talk myself out of this conversation, so we can get off the phone. Okay. So like the only thing I buy when I go to 7-Eleven is coffee ice cream. Yeah. So I go to the ice cream and I'm like, that shit fire, right?
Yeah, that's funny. No, I ain't never had it. I'm just saying the name is just, you know.
Coffee ice cream is like, it's fire. But I go and I get that, I pick it up and I'm like, I'm not gonna eat this. Like it's gonna melt. Like I'm not gonna eat this or whatever. So then I go, I pick up some gum, and I'm like, I don't even fucking want this gum. I'm getting candy, like I'm picking up all type of shit just to talk while I'm on the phone, because eventually I'm like, oh, he gonna say I'm gonna call you back. That's the type of shit he do. The nigga, for whatever this day, he did not want to call me back.
You're persistent.
So I'm like, fuck it. So by this time, I got my AirPods in. I forgot I was even on FaceTime. Yeah. I'm thinking I'm on a regular call. So I get to the thing. I place my phone on top of the counter. So this is the counter. My phone is right here.
Oh, she had the camera pointing up.
Yeah. So the dude goes, he like, how can I help you? So I said, them. So he like, what? I'm like, he like,
nigga, don't you get it?
What? So he going like this, so I'm like, yeah. So then he grabbed it and he handed it to me. So I have it like this in my hand on top of the camera. And then I pull my debit card out and I hand it to him. So he goes, are you buying condoms?
Oh.
So I said, huh? I'm like, oh my. I'm on FaceTime.
Red-handed.
So I said, no, what the fuck are you talking about? So I'm forgetting that I was just fucking all over the place. So I had a mask on. So I had the mask on and I'm mouthing out, give me the backwoods. So the dude like, huh? Because I got a mask on and I'm mouthing it out, but I got a mask on. So it just looked dumb. So then I said, give me the backwoods. So I said, no, I bought backwoods. He said, you think I'm stupid? Ooh. And then he hung up in my face. Damn. And that was it. Ooh, but that nigga just had a baby, so.
That was an exclusive story that y'all probably ain't never heard, man.
Yeah, that was exclusive.
That's deep right there. She said that was the end of that one. That was the end of that one. So now we
never made it to Dude House.
Oh, never made it.
Just went home.
So it just spoiled the whole thing.
It wasn't meant.
Oh man.
It was too much of a hassle.
Man, he couldn't get his opportunity. It's all good. I guess it worked out for the long run. Now September 3rd, I asked you niggas to rap. Y'all tagging me in old videos, pre-recorded links. Like, what do you expect me to do with that? What is going on at this point in time, and what made you so fed up to where you was like, I gotta let y'all know like this?
So I had just did the Revolt show with 1111 Network.
Shout out 111 Network. Yeah.
And
is it 1111 or 111?
1111.
Okay, shout out 1111 Network. There you go. Okay.
And they wanted me to do another. Show. So they said, but this time we want you to do what you do, your ciphers or whatever. So I said, all right, cool. Well, the way I used to do it, I'll do a campaign and have people rap over instrumental, and we'll pick the top videos. That's how I used to pick the people.
And let me say this: when Gina Views is trying to do a cipher, everybody's Instagram is showing somebody doing a freestyle all of a sudden. I swear to you, your ciphers take over Instagram for a second on me, for real. Now go ahead, finish that.
So I wanted people to rap over one instrumental for 30 seconds and tag me. That's all I wanted. People started DMing me like they SoundCloud links, past music videos they did. If they rapped over the beat already, they'd send me that. And it's like, that's just not what I asked for. That's not what I asked for.
Yeah.
So before I started talking my shit, that's what my inbox was filled up with. And like the tags, people tagging me on that. Nobody was rapping. So that's why I started talking shit. And I had to post the previous ciphers because I'm like, well, maybe my new followers don't know who the fuck I am. Maybe to a lot of people, I'm the girl no jumper. I'm the girl who read the sex stories. Like, so I need these motherfuckers to know, like, no, this shit started on the train tracks. The niggas was rapping. On me, you had Rucci, you had Rucci out there. And a whole bunch. The train actually ended up going by right before the video started. That's crazy. So I'm like, maybe niggas forgot, what I do, So that's why I went up like that, because people need to rap. I'm tired of everybody fucking humming. Yeah, singing. She said Gina don't want no mumble rap. No. All right? She asking y'all to spit. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you watch the episode with Reason and TDE going off. That's what she talking about. You know what I mean? She don't want nothing else other than that. I need niggas to rap. She wants y'all niggas to rap, man. That's why I even had to post. I had to drop the one that Bino did. Bino, I posted it in my story. I never heard that Bino. Yeah. Bino got off. That nigga said, "All you packing pussy, what did he say? Packing pussy paper and power or some junk." I was like, "Damn, Bino." No, I never heard that. And that's why, like I had said earlier, I want to create those moments for us. Nobody else has got Bino to rap like that. Never, bro. Cause I'm like, okay, he do the auto tune. I'm expecting to hear that. Yeah. But I'm like, it's impossible. No, it's Bino a freestyle. Rap. That nigga was getting off. Yeah. That nigga got off on me, and you heard every word he said. On me. No, Bino's fire. Bino's hard. Yeah. But I'm saying that was like I can hear Bino battle rapping right there with that. That was something else. And that was the point of it. That's my whole thing. Like I said, I see them pictures of Free with a little Bow Wow and like Aaliyah coming out on the stage and Kanye and 50 Cent beef, and like them was all moments that we, that we have from 106 Park. So that's why with me it was like, no, I got to create these moments for our era, because we don't have nowhere. All we got is Shade Room. Yeah, facts, true that. But we got a meme calendar. Yeah, and it's up to us to continue to build that. It's up to us to continue to build that. Now, you said that you've dealt with, as a woman, you guys you women get a different side of the game than men do. So you said you've dealt with aggressive men. You've dealt with specific things that could make people fold in the industry alone. So how do you get these moments, or how do you get through these moments when you're dealing with men on that level to where it can be uncomfortable for you? I think for the most part, like in the moment of it happening, they realize like I don't play. Okay. So I feel like it's men's nature to try a female or to do what niggas do, like it's just their nature. But I make that my job and my duty at that moment to let a nigga know I'm not the one. And we good after that. Okay, so when did you realize that you had to put your foot down like that? Like, because maybe at some point, maybe you could have been too nice. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So when did you realize at a certain point, I got to be hard about this? There's been situations where I could tell like guys don't take me serious. And somebody had made a comment to me one day and was like, "You don't care about this shit. You just doing it because you think you cute."
Oh, okay. Okay, disrespect.
Yeah. And I'm like, dang, you know how many artists I done put on my platform, or how many people I done discovered and gave them a platform where, you know, when they didn't have one. Like, you think I'm doing all that shit because I'm cute? Like, what type of, I just happen to be pretty. What type of nigga is you? You know, like, what you talking about?
Yeah.
I even noticed in certain situations where, because I'm one of them people, like, I don't utilize my relationships.
Okay.
So if I'm cool with like an artist or something and we know each other, I'm still gonna go to their manager. Like, I just respect the game. So I would still go through their manager, or I would have somebody who, you know, maybe that I know who knows a team to set it up or something like that. But I don't never go like directly to the artist. And it's like certain situations where I know that you probably telling me no, but if it was another motherfucker, you would jump and do it.
For facts.
You know, like you would get it done. It's just being black in this industry in LA and being a female is very fucking difficult. And I didn't even realize that until Salas again had brought it to my attention, like the black woman is the less protected species. And I didn't even realize, like, dang, well, that makes sense. Like, just like in retrospect, it makes sense as far as motherfuckers telling me no, but I see them go do the same thing for this person. I would just take that shit as, oh, they're just not available. Right. You know, timing not right, whatever. You know, the world's not going to fucking end. But no, it's because I'm a fucking black female. Like, that's why you treat me like that. Even I notice when I'm in the studio, if people walk in, they don't speak to me. Yeah.
Okay, that's crazy.
They won't fucking speak to me. It doesn't matter how much I've done for the city. It doesn't matter what platform I'm on or anything. Like, niggas do not speak to females when they walk in the studio. I don't know why, but you know, whatever. And it'll take the person that I'm in the studio with to probably like, hey, this Gina, she do da da da. Oh, you do? Oh, what? You know.
But is that still happening now, or is it getting better now?
I just was in the studio a month and a half in October, and none of the niggas in there spoke to me. So I don't know if they thought that the dude I was in there with, that I belonged to him, or what. And I can understand that.
Yeah, I can understand that. Yeah, definitely.
It'd be tricky, but it's like, why y'all not speaking? You shake everybody else's hand. Niggas will come in the studio and shake everybody fucking hand
and skip you.
And will skip you like you Casper. Like you just like, you know, like you're not there. But I don't be tripping. Yeah, it's whatever.
It's all a part of the game. Well, I can say one thing that, see, Salas put me up on a whole lot of game. I met Salas right over there on that wall, sitting on that couch. Shout out to Cypress, because I'm trying to interview Duno, right? I'm coming around now because of Cypress and them. I'm trying to interview Duno. Duno wouldn't fuck with me. I went to go sit back down. Cypress was talking to Salas. Cypress introduced us. I met Salas right there. We chopped game for probably about 15 minutes, and he had gave me a world full of game in that small amount of time. And one of the things he said was, in this industry, you cannot take things personal, because people are going to do things and things are not going to go your way. But if you take them personal, you'll lose it. And I understood that. Emotions can't get in the way. You know what I'm saying? We got to find a way to continue to be level-headed, you know what I'm saying, throughout whatever's going on. Because that's what's going to keep us in the game. You know what I'm saying? So, July 3rd, wait. July 3rd, 10th Cypher, Revolt TV. My childhood dream was to be on 106 in Park. I created my own platform and independently produced 9 ciphers. You get to get on Revolt after all these years and host your cipher there. How big of a moment was that for you?
Again, in the moment, I don't be realizing
you don't think about it. Okay.
What's going on.
Okay.
Yeah, but the day that it aired on Revolt TV, and like I saw me on TV, like I could flip through the channels and see me walking up into the, you know, into the screen. It was just like, OMG. That's me. Like, I'm on it's me. Like, and I looked at myself in the light that I look at people that I were influenced by, that I look up to. Like I was influenced by the person on TV that I was watching. I was influenced by myself.
And now that's me.
And that's fucking me.
Yeah.
Like, so it was like, I started crying. I was crying. It was me and Roland. I was fucking crying. He looking at me. He don't know what the fuck going on.
He like, bro, like, what you doing?
Yeah. I was just like crying, like I can't even believe it. Like, and I didn't even realize up until like when I wrote the caption, like, bitch, you produced 9 ciphers. 9 ciphers. Independently. And now the 10th one, because that wasn't planned. Like, that could have been the 9th one. That could have been the 11th one. Like, it was meant for me to hold all of that time and not do anything. Like I said, I went on a long break where it was no ciphers. It was just HOEFESSIONS. So it's like, shit is really like God's time. That's like, right. In my mind, it's like, dang, I ain't did no fucking ciphers yet. I only did 9. I'm supposed to be doing them every so, whatever. I've been doing this since 2014. It's supposed to be 2 a year. I should have been on this number by now, But it was fucking meant to be. It was meant for the 10th one for whatever reason. It was meant. That moment, it was meant for that 10th one to be on there. Beautiful. Didn't have to fucking spend a dime. Because now I'm with a production company. Yeah. So they handled it. You know, like, so it was just, it was just great to be there after having all them 17 fucking jobs, driving back and forth, spending all this money. Yeah. It's all like, the breakdown. Yeah. This why you did it. Yeah. So you can get here. Yeah. And now it all makes sense. Yeah. That's the way. What was the process like getting it on there? So like I said, I work with 1111. They're a production company. They're partners of Revolt. Okay. So pretty much what they did and what they do is film their own content and then they give it to the network. Okay. And then that's what ended up happening. They gave it to Revolt. Oh wow. They found me and shout out to Nick. Nick said that Nicholas Stokes. He said that he had been looking for an influencer and somebody like in the city who works with up and coming talent. And you fell right in front. Yeah, and he said it was actually a long time coming. Like he had been looking for people. Beautiful. So someone sent him my Instagram, and he saw that we had like mutual followers. One of the mutual followers was Chris. Shout out to Chris at Rothstein. He saw Chris. He asked Chris about me, and Chris was like, "Oh, Gina, the one." Like you know, he kind of like told him. And Chris actually was on Panty Jar with me. So he told him about me and stuff like that, and then he called Vic, Ackright Vic, Blast manager, because he saw that I was following him too. He sent my Instagram to Vic. He asked me, do you know her? Whatever. He like, yeah, that's she the one. She worked with all the the upcoming talent. So that's why I said again, when you nice to people and you just genuine, like the shit is gonna come back. Yeah, like they looked out for me. They didn't. They could have been like, oh yeah. Little bitch, she knew how fast she sit in her panties. She said, "Little bitch." Little bitch. Little bitch. They could have, but they was like, "Yeah, that's Gina. She do the cipher. She worked with She's perfect for that. She, you know." And then he called me and he asked me what did I want to do. What was my idea? I told him what I've done, what I can bring, and shit. That's it. That's a wrap. Yeah. That's all she wrote. All right, now July 16th. That was the last day you had to work in the corporate world. You got that job. You got the job with no jumper. Now, people, y'all might see Adam and think that it's not serious, but she said she went through a serious interview. Oh yeah, I had a real fucking interview. I had a real application process and everything. So this was a totally different. Was Adam in there? Yes, Adam was on the phone. I'm sorry, I'm over here pulling out my eyelashes. Nah, you good. So this was a totally different Adam that you ain't seen before. He was still cool, but I was nervous just because I'm a nervous person. Yeah, I feel you. I feel that. Pretty much, so we had stopped doing Matt lately on No Jumper. And before we decided to stop doing Matt Lady on No Jumper, I had already asked them like if there were any behind the scenes positions available. Just because I wanted to learn more. Like I just wanted to learn more. I wanted to know what else goes into creating something, such a large platform or whatever. And they didn't have anything at the time. So I probably applied like 2 months before we stopped doing Matt Lately. And I never said anything to them. I didn't, and I'm sure they didn't know what my government name was at the time. I never said, hey, my application or, anything. I just fucking submitted the application and just was waiting to see, if anybody was gonna say anything. Nobody never said nothing. And probably like I said, I quit, what was that, July 16th? So I think like maybe the end of June, they had asked me like, I saw you apply. Like, are you serious?
Yeah.
Or whatever. And they like, do you have like management experience? Like, what type of experience do you have? So I told them all my experience. I was a manager at my current job. And I did the interview and it was 4 people on the phone. So 2 of them I probably seen like in and out the office, but like not, like not as much. I didn't have really a relationship with them like I did with Josh, he's the person like over everything. And then of course Adam, but I didn't really have a relationship with anybody else at the place other than them and AD. So going into that, you real serious because it's like you don't know nobody else.
Exactly.
So did the interview. They did not sound too. It didn't sound too like much like I got it.
Oh, okay.
It didn't sound like I didn't get it either, but it didn't really sound like nothing.
It wasn't like don't feel yourself right.
Yeah, it was like, all right, well, this was great. Talk to you later. And I did interviews before, so I know if it's either, all right, well, we're going to call you back for your second one, or if it's going to be. So it was no enthusiasm. Yeah, it was like, all right, cool. And it was quick. It was like 4 minutes. Yeah. I was nervous. I ironed my shirt. I was fucking like, I got off of work, my other job early just so I could prepare for it. Yeah. I started going on Google to see what's the perfect response for shit.
Oh, Lord, you was trying to prepare yourself for real. She wasn't playing.
I was talking fast and stuff. I was nervous. It was like, it was a real fucking interview. But when I had, afterwards, I think they called me the next day and said, when can you start? And I said, shit, today.
Facts. ASAP. You know what I mean? I mean, we got to be, congratulations on that.
Thank
you. We got to jump into West Coast Confidential. Crystal, the DJ, is supposed to be here. Unfortunately, she couldn't be here today. Blessings to her. But we got to get your side of West Coast Confidential. Shout out to the big homie Salis. Shout out to DJ Head. Now, the first episode of West Coast Confidential came out August 9th with 1111 Network. Now, this is there's no show like this, okay, with 2 female co-hosts, okay, needless to say, black female co-hosts, and I know Salis and DJ Head wanted this to be this way in particular because of that.
Yeah.
Now on this show, you give honest opinions. You got the jokes. Like I said, you can see her Kofi skit that I believe is famous. You know what I'm saying? That's one of a kind right there. You got the one where you wearing 12 different purses because you said you're going to Drake house. Things like that. Now,
I'm stupid.
Now, y'all are crazy. Then you got the triangle one where you trying to figure out how many triangles you can get. So the personalities are on full display here.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, where do you get your little games? The games that you come up with. Where did the triangle game come from? Where did the idea about the Drake situation come from? Where do y'all get these ideas from?
A lot of the stuff. So pretty much we have a production meeting, and that includes Nay, Jalen, Kern, Rob, Crystal, LJ, and myself. And I don't think I left anybody out. But if I did, I'm sorry. So we all pretty much, we sit on the call and we just kind of brainstorm as to what has happened since the last time we filmed. Between the breaks of us filming and between the breaks of us dropping an episode and filming, we'll send each other stuff that we see that's going on within pop culture. And when we get on the call, we just try to figure out what's the most important or clickable moment or something that we can make something out of, make a skit out of, or whatever, that like what what's happened or whatever. And within like our whole like little pre-production process, we try to figure out what's not going to cost us time, what's going to be bad if we drop it and it's too old. If it's too, if it'll be outdated. So we try to figure out stuff like that. And then what's the best way we can show both of our personalities, and what do you care about? Right. Like what do we actually care about going into this? Because there'll be situations where we'll talk about like a video or something like that, and then me and Crystal would say, I don't even care about this nigga, or I don't care about it.
Crystal is the one that be coming with them sharp ass opinions.
Because if we don't care about what happened, then we're not going to have too much to say about it. We will also we'll pick the top 10 videos that we're going to count down, and then we'll pick between, out of all of those, which one can we create a conversation from. Okay. So like DaBaby, we could create a conversation from him because he was just, on the whole situation with him and DaBaby mom. So
DaBaby mama.
So it was easy. It's like easy for us to do it like that. So that's pretty much like what's the process. So the whole triangle thing, that was just some shit we seen on Twitter. Okay. The dinner with Jay-Z or $500,000.
Did y'all do a Squid Game on
Twitter? Yeah, we did Squid Games. Okay. We did the don't. Yeah. Just stuff. That's just stuff that we see on the timeline that we think is funny, that we think we could like make something out of. Yeah, the thing with Kofi, I forgot how Kofi came up.
Kofi came up because you like him. The way that they did it, it was like I said,
because fucking Rap Freaks.
Okay.
So Young Miami she did her Rap Freaks or whatever, and said everybody like, of course I don't think she really wants to smash them, but. So me and Crystal going in on our production meeting, we were supposed to get 5 LA artists that we wanted to smash. We not gonna fucking say no shit like that. Like,
y'all threw out some stuff. I think you said RJ, she said Kaylin. I was like, wow, y'all was like, who do I want to smash? I'm like, why is this so hard?
RJ, what you talking about?
You said RJ for something.
Oh, not that.
You said RJ for something.
Kofi.
No. You said RJ for something. But anyway, all right, look. All right.
But so, that was the idea for that. Okay, we were supposed to just. It's basically like it's really just it's our spin on current events.
Yes.
So we're not just going to sit up there and be like, so reporting to you live,
nobody want to see that.
At approximately this o'clock and in Los Angeles and yada yada yada. This song just came out and No, we gonna make a conversation about it. Like it's in a sense, it's like little small potty in between each video. It's like very, very small potting in between, and we just like have conversation.
I understand that. It looks very great. And y'all do a great job.
Thank you.
If you were ever missing the BET Top 10 Live, y'all make sure y'all tap into West Coast Confidential because it is in full effect, and we got to make sure we protect and represent our black women. So, you said you actually went to your first rap battle was the one that Drake was hosting for his birthday, and you got to watch Geechee Gotti and Loaded Lux perform. Now, one thing Geechee Gotti said was that the battle rap scene is a totally different world. So what is the difference between going to a battle rap than going to a concert? What are the two differences that you can see?
I think it's just more real and authentic. Okay. The concert, you know what to expect. You know what songs they're gonna perform because you're going to a concert. It's somebody who, maybe an artist that you enjoy. So you know what they're gonna perform, what's there to come. At a battle rap, you don't know what to expect.
What the hell they about to say?
Only thing that you know is that it's two people on the stage talking shit about each other back to back. But for me, it's like what gets me is the creativity behind it and how they're actually able to dig deep into these people's lives,
facts,
into their personal business.
And it be rude too.
And then put that shit in a bar, like. That it's really so that's what it is for me. That's the difference between a concert and the battles. You don't know what to expect. Right. You don't know, and I think it's way more intimate too.
That's right. That's a beautiful thing. I gotta ask you, Gina, before we get up out of here, what is it that you clap it up to in your life? All the things that you've been through to be standing where you are today. What is it that you clap it up for?
I ain't never folded.
She said that with attitude. Put the neck twerk up in there. You know what I mean? You put the neck up in there, you know it's real. You know what I mean? Okay, you ain't never folded. So what is your advice to somebody else who's trying to come up and follow in the footsteps of Gina Views?
As long as you make today count, the future is yours.
That's right. Real simple. Real short and simple, y'all. Real short and simple.
Make today count. Yeah. So as long as the day count and you did something productive or something that's you don't have to accomplish the goal within one day. But as long as you put in the work, making that day count towards the goal, then you gonna get it. If it's meant to be, if God wants you to have it.
Yes, ma'am.
If
Yes,
God wants you to have
indeed.
it.
Yes, indeed. We're going to clap it up to that. So look, y'all, this is my homegirl Gina Views. Y'all make sure y'all tap into this video. Make sure y'all tap into HOEFESSIONS. Make sure you tap into West Coast Confidential. And the next time she have a cipher, I'ma say it for her. She asking you niggas to rap. Just like that. We out.